When are we going to get our Beezer strain that was promised to us?
It's never happening. Beezer, he's running from me. You know, I feel kind of bad.
Has he said anything? Has his and Gabe rescheduled or said anything?
No,
Just
you
full
know, the
on.
next time, who the fuck, I can't remember his name. The other Worski Capo, one of Beezer's good friends, the
Iron Wolf
Asian man.
Spear?
No, he's not Beezer's. The fuck, I can't remember his name. He's on Kick. I'll ask him
Oh,
next time.
Zaneed.
No, is it Zaneed? Oh yeah, Zaneed. I was thinking Zidane, and I was like, wait a minute.
No, Zidane got out.
Wrong Z, yeah, Zaneed.
All right, so is this the poster you're talking about? Hold on, let me download it. So I can zoom in.
Well, let's start. Shall we start from the beginning?
Yeah.
You know,
yeah.
We were supposed to have it last night, but me and Kafer were betrayed. The two Ks of the sector.
Yeah.
Were betrayed. General Shepard style. We were shot in the head. Upon completion of the mission, you know, we waited faithfully for the pickup at the LZ, and we were shot in the head and tossed into a shallow grave and lit on fire with gasoline.
You weren't the only one. I had a friend who had been annoying me all night to stream, and then when I finally did, it was right after he fell asleep.
It was like 5 a.m. or some bullshit. I almost caught it waking up. It was very Kino Casino-esque.
Yeah,
you know, waking
like
up
after show.
And they're still live.
The after show, yeah. Hold on, I'm pulling up this.
So let's start at the beginning, because he's made other posts too. He's like arguing with people back and forth. This is blown up into a whole thing because Josh is so mentally ill and deranged. It's like, even if you think some of this stuff, like putting it all into this massive post with pictures, and I mean, he's lost his fucking mind.
Yeah, I had a hard time reading it last night.
This is the mind of a pedophile.
Yeah, I had a hard... Oop, I just unplugged my thing. I had a hard time reading it. It was like, especially that last part. I mean, everything up until that with the pictures and stuff is just sort of like retarded and delusional. But the part at the end, the description is just insane.
Yeah, it's all insane. It's all insane if you want to know the truth.
Yeah, well, it's funny that he thinks that the reason why the girls in like games in the mid-2000s looked like this is because of some weird like psychological conditioning, and not just because that was like the style, like there was like scene style at the time. But I guess he wouldn't know that because he was he like never left his house.
Well, he was jerking off to Japanese cartoons at that.
True.
At that time period, Neko Shota, to be specific, which is little boy porn, boy cat boy porn.
They didn't signal competence to him like these women supposedly do.
Also, these are like all baddies.
Yeah,
you know, all hotties. It's like when a certain demographic back in the good old days was in charge of making games, we got baddies.
Well, that's what I said. I was like, yeah, it's because these game devs, this is like what they were into, and this was like the alt scene at the time, like the Ramona Flowers type, you know?
Now we have women developers self-inserting themselves, making Giga Chad male characters, and then self-inserting themselves as like lumpy, nasty, disgusting women in the video games. So it's basically over.
All right, so this first part is just him saying that if you want to have a competent women character, they have to look like this particular style from the mid-2000s.
Wait. Can we read the whole post, please?
Okay, you know what? I already read it last night, so you have to read it this time, because when we get to the end, it's going to be hard for you to read, and I'm not going to do it again, so you have to do it.
Josh said, can we get an AI to read this, perhaps?
No, I didn't. You gotta read it.
Josh says, young children are vulnerable, create problems instead of solving them, and do not wear a full face of makeup. Okay, right off the bat, can we address the makeup allegations? Because you know, specifically, I think it's the blush, right? The allegation is that
Yes,
this
rose
young
blush.
girl is wearing blush makeup. Now, what is blush makeup and red lipstick? Why do women wear that? Does anybody know? They wear that because those are signifiers of youth.
Yeah.
And so when they put on blush, it's making you appear more youthful. Okay? What your lips lighten as you age. You know, your skin pale, like it's blood flow, it's vigor, it's youth. And so this idea that this little girl character is wearing makeup is actually a little bit absurd. I think it's making assumptions,
Well,
right?
yeah, and also like the whole idea is that she's like a android, so she's supposed to be designed to be ideal, like in a
Oh, I
very
see.
like in a because well, that's what I assume the
She
game
was
is about.
10,000 years old, Your Honor. She was an android.
Well, I'm surprised he didn't talk about
She
that.
was a 10,000-year-old vampire, Your Honor.
But like that's the thing is like especially coming out of like an East Asian beauty standard, and if it's supposed to be an android, and if the point of the game is supposed to be like, can you detect sincerity or authenticity, like real emotion from something that's created rather or something that's made rather than created? I don't know. I haven't played the game. I don't know what it's actually about, but all I'm saying is that there could be a perfectly valid reason why the girl looks the way she does. And I just don't think it's sexualized. I don't know. I think that if you see it that way, it's a self-report.
Sexualized. It's not. You know, and I've commented. I commented on this briefly on the stream because Josh was about to talk about it on his stream. Now I wish I had listened to it, but I skipped it because, of course, it's always the lolly shit with these people. And you know what? Like, I don't view it as that, but when I saw the game, I knew exactly. I think we all kind of knew exactly the controversy
That would happen.
that was going to come with this game, right? Because one party would be calling it lolly, which, I mean, listen, we all know what these people do. We all know what the Gators of the world do. We all know what the flamencos of the world do. They will corrupt anything. They will take this nice, young, sweet little girl and turn, like, I don't even want to say it, but we all know. And so, like, I understand why people, but it's like, you can't let that, just because, like, people are going to be like pedophiles doesn't mean kids can't exist. You know what I mean? It's like,
yeah.
It doesn't mean you can't make this stuff.
Well,
and it can't exist, and it can't be great.
I said that too last night, where I was like, at a certain point, there is a demo that can gain like a sick perverted pleasure from it, and it not be the intent. And it's like, I don't know. You have to judge it. It's like you have to actually have discernment and judge what you think the intent of the author is. And if you're doing that just because you look at a picture of her and it clearly stirs something in you, which it does with Josh, which is crazy, like that's not a complete analysis. That's just you being like self-reporting.
Yes, totally. Okay, so we've made it past the first line. He says they eat a lot, run around screaming, shit themselves, and vaguely follow simple commands if they're feeling nice. The rewards of being a parent come from nurturing something that is utterly defenseless and seeing it develop its own personality and humanity. Now, okay.
I said this. He thinks that children aren't human.
Yeah, I mean, Josh claims to be a Christian, right? You know, if you're Catholic and other Christians believe that, you know, you are a human at conception. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
You're not like a clump of cells. That's the atheist argument. That's like the liberal argument. You know, that's why they say you can just kill a child. You can rip it out of the womb and it's fine. It's not even really a human.
Yeah, that's literally what he said.
It's not even really a human. Even though it has arms and legs and, you know, has emotion and feelings and feels pain, it's fine. This is the argument that Josh is making. I mean, it's kind of outrageous.
He's saying that
actually.
Humanity has to be cultivated and developed and isn't an unconditional gift from God at conception, which is like, really fucked. It's like really basic shit.
You don't have a soul until some
Until you
random
sign
moment
Josh
when Josh Moon thinks you do.
Yeah, when you get True and Honest badge.
And you know, just for the record, like the Josh's description of a parent is coming from like a childless freak who I pray to God that he will never have a child. You know, and actually, okay, there's a Clyde post. Can you hold on? I don't know if I can link this.
I think I have what you're talking about.
The Clyde post where it's Hassan Piker.
Okay.
Because Hassan actually makes a good point. I think that Hassan makes a good point.
When was this?
Recently, in the last couple of days, he quote tweeted, like, it was a quote tweet of the post, so it might be in replies. Now, Clyde happened to disagree with it, but you know, I think that Hassan made a fair and interesting point. And I wanted to let him say it, but
yeah, I'll get it. I'm looking.
So yeah, Josh is describing it being a parent. The rewards. How would Josh know anything about the rewards of being a parent? Nurturing something that is utterly defenseless thing. I mean, yeah, like that's no doubt one of the pleasures of being a parent, but it's like, Josh, like I don't think you're the guy that we're going to listen to.
Here we go.
That.
I got it.
Okay.
In any case, what is this? Capcom's Pragmata. Wait, did it come out already? Pragmata, it's making thousands of people suddenly want to start a family. You play as Hugh, a soldier stranded on a ruined lunar research station. His job is protecting the childlike android Diana while fighting rogue AI. It's out already? Is it good? Isn't this like Death Stranding? In one emotional moment, she gives him a crayon drawing of the two of them together as a little family. Even streamers who say at the start they didn't want kids end up breaking down happy in tears. So what's really interesting about this is all of these unfuckable losers in the gaming sphere always talk about like starting families and stuff. And I don't understand like why this has become a thing that they care about. Like if you're a gamer, you should care about things that you actually experience. You should care about things that you actually enjoy, right? If you're a fucking lonely gamer who has never been around a woman and will never have sex with a woman, why do you care? Like, why do you care about having children or like riding for having children? Like, if they changed hot Cheetos, if they changed the recipe of hot Cheetos, if they changed the recipe of like, I don't know, Dr. Pepper or something, and you fucking freaked out about that, that makes sense, right? Like, that's precisely what your life is about. But as far as like LARPing about starting families and whatnot, this is something that I never understand. It just doesn't make any sense to me because it's just not something that you're going to experience ever for your life, for the rest of your life, right?
Okay. I mean,
so I
think it's a fair point.
I don't know. The reason I disagree with him is because child rearing and like having a family is like a universal good of both society and the individual.
Well, look.
But I will say this, that take from the perspective of Hassan Piker as a leftist who does not believe in universals and think that a person is just basically a collection of what they do, it's coherent and it doesn't make me think that he's fucking insane.
Look, I don't agree. Like, obviously, like everybody should be pro-family, you know, all that. Having children is a good thing. It's not a bad thing. But it's an interesting point that he makes in that you've got these people like Josh, like these crazy ass lunatic incels, and because they failed at life, they've wrapped their heads around this idea that starting a family will redeem them, and it's the end all. And it's like, actually, do we want these people? Do we want these incels, these failures in life, to actually be able to start a family? I mean, I don't know.
Well,
you know what I mean? Like these are the least competent people to be having kids and raising them qualified, right? You know,
or at the very least, the least qualified to be talking about it this way.
Yes,
like for Josh to be the one to come in here and pontificate about the nature of children and child rearing and what the child's purpose is just retarded.
And Hassan has a more likely chance of starting a family than Josh.
Yeah,
Hassan is unironically well, okay.
Oh yeah, definitely.
In some ways, Hassan is actually far more competent than Josh
Oh
in
yeah,
most ways.
100%. Oh, I wouldn't even qualify that. I disagree with like us on at like a political level and some of the things he says, and I don't think he's like a genius or anything, but he's a big streamer. He has a large audience. He knows how to work that audience. He knows how to network. Like he is competent at what he is set out to do.
He's a normal person. He has friends. He has family. He's capable of dealing with other people. Like he's capable of raising a child and like instilling them with values. Now maybe they are wrong or whatever, but it's like and that's another thing.
I just don't even think you need to pass that high of a bar to get above Josh. Like even if we were to qualify that and say like, oh well, he'd probably be in some weird ass Destiny polycule, like it would be kind of a disaster waiting to happen. Even all that still puts him above Josh, I would say.
Well, yes, and I feel like a lot of these people just want to have a kid to like have a kid. It's not like a genuine desire. It's like I want to have a kid because we gotta raise the white birth rate, and we have to, which is a noble goal. And then I want my kid. I'm gonna raise him to be right wing and to want to kill brown people. You know what I mean? Like they want to have a kid so they can basically indoctrinate them, not because like they want to have a child just you know what I mean?
I guess the issue is because
it's like a doll. It's like a
toy.
It's like a toy almost. It's like these gay people that adopt. You know what I like? That's kind of how it is.
Yeah, it's different reasons. It's tough because there's such a massive fertility issue. You sort of have to create social push and pulls to assign value to child, like getting a family formation, and which is like rapidly developing. And so then that would like lead people who might not otherwise do it so that they can get some societal benefit, just so that we literally don't like die out. But there is definitely like an extreme case what you're talking about where it's like it's either signaling a virtue, signaling competence, signaling like normality or accomplishment. It's not it doesn't come from like a place of duty. It comes from a place of like personal fulfillment, but not like a good kind.
Right. It's like they want to start a family to have kids, whereas most people, it naturally happens, right? Oh, you meet a girl, you fall in love, you get married, and then you have kids. It's just like a natural thing. But they go into it, oh, I'm seeking a wife, not for a relationship, not for connection, to have a child. The child, you know what I mean? Like it's not where historically that might have been like a female thing, like, oh, I want to have a lot of babies, right? But for a male thing, it's like, well, okay, historically men have wanted heirs too, but in a modern sense, I guess it's kind of abnormal. Maybe it's returning to trad.
Are you and Jeb going to use a surrogate or adopt?
Well, listen. I'm against gay people adopting children. I do think you would use a surrogate with Jeb. Persip is going to have to live his life as the court eunuch, unfortunately. As much as I respect him.
Not beating the allegations, dude. Tough.
Okay. Next line.
Fertility issue, we have a beta male issue? Yes, I mostly agree.
Yeah, let's see. This does not fit into a world of... Okay. The rewards of being a parent, which takes years down a couple of walks down space corridors. This does not fit into a world of puzzle solving and shooting robots. This doesn't even make sense.
It's a video game!
Josh is saying like a child literally can't exist in a video game.
I guess.
For some reason.
But they can in the zombie apocalypse, which is the comparison he makes later.
Do you know what kind of character fits better in a world where you need a sidekick tag-along to solve problems and shoot robots? The hacker e-girl trope from every game ever made.
Do you know he uses
except for the games that already have kids as like a sidekick trope. Except for those games, I guess.
He's using the wrong Cortana. Like, this is the Cortana from Infinite, not the best Cortana.
That's the woke Cortana.
Well, it's the best Cortana is either probably 3 or 1. Green Cortana in 1.
The pilot from Deus Ex Machina. I don't even know who that is.
She dies.
Alex Vance, Queen Alex,
Yeah.
we stand, and Queen Yennefer.
Yeah.
Those are my 2 picks for the poll, by the way. Yennefer is kind of badder, but I honestly kind of like Alex more. Yennefer's like a stone cold bitch.
Yeah, well, until she's not.
She's so ruthless.
Well, Alex is the
like
emotional heart of the game. Is the emotional heart of the whole game. Like, she's the whole reason you're doing everything, because she's like the generation that only lived on Earth after it got taken over. It's like it's very good what they do with how they have Alex in that game. Which is what I pointed out on stream. It's like she's not just a hacker e-girl trope. Like, the whole point is that other than in episode 1, Alex doesn't just exist to get you through the game. She doesn't just exist to do things for you. Now, in episode 1, she does do things for you, but the other games, and they talk about this in the developer commentary, that's not like Alex's purpose in the story.
Okay, I mean, I'm just like...
Malik can be saved. I know, that's why I stopped myself, because the first time I played the game, she did die, and then I played that game a million times. Then eventually you can't save her, yeah.
Okay, regardless of her theme and role in the games, I'm just saying, my top 2 picks, Alex and Yennefer. Cortana isn't even a real woman. Bitch is like a hologram.
You will never be a real woman, Cortana.
Yeah, like, come on, guys. Like, let's, like, get real. These are all young women who provide some sort of service to the main character.
What a crazy way to put that. What a especially for Alex. That's what the line I read when I kind of chimped out about Alex in the last stream, because it's like, that's literally not what Alex's purpose in the story is. She is not there just to provide a service. Like, it's so out of touch. Especially Yennefer. I mean, Yennefer basically is like, fuck you for 2/3 of the game until you win her over if you pick her as a romance.
Okay, I mean, they like, who even cares? Like, do they provide a service? They provide a service to the player. They fascinate. It's like, okay, like, is it a hot chick? Like, yes or no? Is like she a bitch? Like, you know what I mean? It's like, that's like, nobody even fucking cares, dude. Like, no, but that's not like why these. Oh, did she progress the plot? Like, nobody cares. Like, does Cortana progress the plot? No, she just pops up and like fucking says shit to you.
Girdle Jack said that too. This wizard from Witcher fits the hacker e-girl trope. Like, Yennefer doesn't even fit this stupid fucking thing.
Well, she's a sorceress, so it's kind of like the proto hacker. Yeah, because magic is basically like hacking, right?
What? No, it's not.
Yeah, because, like, I mean, come on, that's not a hot take.
Picking Yennefer over Triss, no, Yennefer's the best choice.
I'm going to hack the computer and make the door open. Oh, I'm going to cast a spell and make the door open.
Yeah, but when you cast a spell, you get vaporized, you get zapped.
I'm going to electrocute. I'm going to reroute the power into the capacitors, and I'm going to zap those guards. Come on, DogZer0, it's all the same bullshit.
No.
It's about...
No, the difference is that hacking is fake and magic is real. Hacking is fake and magic is real.
Big tits and big ass.
That's true.
That's what it's really about. Josh wouldn't understand that because it's not a slim Neko cat boy.
Well, that's why he gets into the children here.
Slim hairless Neko cat boy.
Also, Yennefer is a superior choice than Triss.
Let's see. They progress. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm not doing my Josh voice. These are all young women who provide some sort of service to the main character. They progress the plot. They do stuff. It's all lines of code in the computer, Josh. They don't really do, like, this nigga. They progress the plot. They fascinate the player. That's their purpose. They are the competent female sidekick tag-along. They even look the fucking same. Often some ethnic minority, usually has short, dark hair. I don't know why. This is just the look the media uses to inform a white male under the age of 40 that the character is technically capable despite being a female. I mean, like, where do we even begin? Like, what about all the characters that are not dark-haired women? What about Triss from...
it's just crazy to me that he
The Witcher.
That he thinks that this like sort of style that was popular at the time these games were made among the kind of girls that like game developers would probably be into, that it can't just be that. It has to be this like psychosexual psyop to like send a secret message to you because they look like Ramona Flowers. Like, what the fuck? This is insane.
Josh thinks the game is made for him. Like this, does this nigga understand its lines of code in a computer? You know? It's not real, Josh, you idiot. None of it is real. When you want this role to be in part fulfilled by a child, it has to be done carefully. There are child characters who fulfill this paternalistic purpose in other games. How about the most famous example of this from any media ever created, now in both video game and film format?
This is not the most
famous. The Last of Us, now a TV show.
Well, can I say something? I've been gaming for nearly 30 years, and this has been a problem with gaming for a long, long time, is certain gamers who are pedophiles sexualizing child characters. It's been going on since probably The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time with Child Zelda. So I have no idea what the fuck Josh thinks that this is a whole new phenomenon, except the fact that he isn't an actual gamer. In fact, I recall during his hit piece on Shoe on Head how he says that he can't fathom why women would side with the gamer chuds during Gamergate.
Yeah, I mean, you can. I feel like he both, for a guy who has been so immersed in all this online shit for so long, especially the parts of it where this is a serious problem, like he can't. He's just playing ignorant. Like, he knows. It's just he's just being indignant about this now to like signal, and because he has cuck rage about not having kids himself, and so he doesn't like that some people are having like positive feelings about this. I don't know.
Well, the thing is, I mean, I said to Clyde, I was like, how is this any different than Nick Fuentes telling the Groypers that they're gay if they have sex with women?
100%. Yeah, you're right. It is very similar. It is very similar. I also think that this is like a massive media literacy moment where he thinks that Ellie from The Last of Us is the most famous example of like a piece of media or art that stirs like a paternalistic impulse.
I'd like to point out that Ellie's Jewish creator sexualized her during the Last of Us 1 DLC by making her an underage
the second game.
And by making her an underage lesbian with a black girl. And I recalled that Amy Hennig, the creator, told Neil Druckmann that she was uncomfortable with exploring Ellie's sexuality while she was so young, and told them maybe we should do this in the next game when Ellie is like a young adult, like 18 to 19. And Neil was like, no, the younger the better.
Okay, well, that just completely destroys his whole point here. Because the whole point at the end of this post is, if this was really a problem in this game, then they would be talking about it. Like, no one brings up Ellie, and what you've just illustrated is that, no, actually, this was something people were talking about in regards to Ellie, too. So, yeah, this is why I love these Josh posts, because it's one thing to get the facts wrong. It's another thing for your argument not to make sense. It's an even another thing for you to somehow self-project and self-report being like completely sick in the head in all these ways. But the ultimate thing is to somehow fit it all together in this perfect like cake of one post. Because like it's all in here. Like what he's saying is not, quote, factually accurate. Like the argument itself doesn't really come together to make any sense. And I mean, we're going to get to the worst part here at the end that's, like, hard to fucking read, where he's just, like, thirsting.
We can make the Void read that, DogZer0. The Void can read that.
No, you have to read it. I read it last night. You have to read it, Mr. K.
Dude, fuck off. Like, the stakes are higher for me.
Why?
Because I'm a hard nigga.
Yeah, but I'm on YouTube. You're on the platform.
YouTube doesn't care about this shit. YouTube is run by Druckmanns.
Read the post.
You get text to speech.
Okay, well, scroll down. We haven't finished. Okay, so He's using Ellie as an example, terrible example. I mean, it's all the same shit. It's literally the exact same game as Last of Us. Scroll down. Nobody called this pedophilia. Another zombie game. Daughter paternalism without the blood. Hey, and you know what? If this was like a blue-eyed, blonde-haired little girl, he would be saying the exact same thing.
Yeah.
Nobody called pedophilia. Can you guess why? Scroll down. Keep scrolling. Because it wasn't so fucking creepy. Clementine's face isn't hyper realistic. These lips. Oh my god.
This is the line that got me too.
Hold on, I'll read it if you can. If you have a hard time reading,
this line got me too.
You want me to read it, man?
Yeah.
Okay. How can I say this and so it won't be clipped? Ellie's lips aren't glistening with wetness. They're natural for her skin color. Ellie and Clementine are dirty and worn. Their hair are tied up or cut for practicality, not flowing to waist length. Diana has rose blush. Ellie has ashen face. Clementine is covered in dirt. One of these looks like a real human child that is distorted to show premature signs of fertility. Oh
yeah, that's the other one that got me.
Whoa.
I think I literally didn't read that last one last night. I think I started.
What do you mean by that, Josh?
Yeah,
what? Like what? The fuck are you talking about, nigga?
I told Clyde the normal response to Diana from a mentally healthy man and woman is either, oh, this is a child, I must protect it, or, oh, I want to be a mom or dad. Josh's first thoughts when looking at Diana is, fuck it.
It's premature, yeah, and it's. I just don't even understand how he can be talking about this comparison about how Ellie and Clementine are dirty and worn down when they're literally from games that take place in some kind of pseudo post-apocalypse, whereas Diana is in a game where it's like a very clean and austere sci-fi scenario. Like, even if we're taking the intent of the author out of this, there's just like a very simple reason why they look different. And not only that, but he brings up, one looks like a real human child. Diana's not a real human child. She's a robot. That's like part of the game. I don't know.
Anna, she's an android.
I know it sounds like that, but my point is that all of these things that he is assigning to some kind of malicious intent can be explained even by the basic like back of the box sales pitch of the setting and purpose of the game.
Well, that's what's crazy is like on one hand he's using the setting and all these excuses for these other characters, and then not giving any credit towards the setting of this game. You know, he's bending over backwards to make this work. Because
hold on, he was like this too. He was like this too with the new Resident Evil game also.
Oh, with the blind girl? Oh my god.
Yes.
Like, he's such a weirdo. What is wrong with this nigga? Nobody saw that girl and thought, oh my god, she's the fertility. No, she's only blush.
And then he calls him a pageant model child.
You know, it's so crazy. Like, why is Josh an expert? Why does Josh always go expert mode on the subjects of children, anime, Lolicon, My Little Pony? He's never an expert on fucking working out or getting bitches or like anything normal.
Very uncomfortable the way he writes.
Mowing the lawn, going outside. Like, it's never anything normal with this nigga ever.
I know.
It's always some crazy fucking, oh, God, she's like the models I know. The freaking that these kids, like, it's, what the fuck?
I knew what's so funny. So I went to this thread after I read it to see, like, the context. First of all, this thread had 14 pages. So literally, he's just going through the site looking for. He's just like, oh, a thread vaguely that might have something to do with like a child. Time for Josh to give his tale. It's like the bat signal. It's a 14-page thread.
Where's Josh's mood? We need it.
Yes, exactly.
We needed to give his analysis on these young girls.
Reporting for duty.
Yeah.
Pushes glasses up on nose.
All right, keep
Or
reading, Mr. K. Keep going, Mr. K.
actually, the difference between these girls is one is showing premature sign of fertility, and the other is covered in dirt.
Keep reading, Mr. K.
Okay, I'll just do my Josh voice. Like, it's fine when it's the Josh voice.
Yeah.
Clementine and Ellie both raise paternalist instincts in their audience without looking so fucking creepy. But you know this. It's just bullshit. Play pretend, and you're doing the same because you're one of the freaks. Bob are nip perverts, and they do this shit because they're nip. They know nip men. I fuck the.
Okay, I love how he's already. He's
the fucking anime, the nip anime, your whole life. What do you mean?
He's already like totally self-reported like the way that he feels when he looks at this character. And then he's like, you know what else this post needs? Random racial cuck fantasy. Like we're gonna throw a little bit of that in there too. No one was saying this. Even the people I've seen who are attacking this game in like a more reasonable fashion, I have seen nobody take this angle, this particular angle, that the weird race cuck fantasy angle. This is purely a Joshian creation.
Oh yeah. I'm so glad you weren't the only one to see the weird race cuck fantasy too. It's like here's the thing. I told Clyde this. I'm like, if Josh just said, I don't like the design of this character, is creepy and uncanny, and I feel that there's going to be some people online that are going to make some really disgusting artwork of her. That's all he had to say.
Exactly.
And most people have been agreeing with him.
Yeah,
dude, but like, it doesn't. He doesn't even know what the fuck he's talking about. Hold on, let me read this last line because I literally have an example where they do. It's like they could have changed her design at any point after it was pointed out how fucking gross it is, but they didn't because it was intentional. They didn't make Diana a tarted up Japanese girl because they wouldn't so blatantly fetishize her. They just made a fucking Silent Hill game that has a Japanese schoolgirl in it, literally.
Yeah.
Capcom just made that. What? He doesn't even know what he's talking about. Like, I just pull it up. Silent Hill X or some bullshit or whatever the fuck. Just pull it up. Just the cover. I think the girl's on the cover. But it's like, Josh, they literally do it. They literally do it all the time. But you're so retarded, you don't even, like, the subject that you're an expert in, you're not even actually an expert because you're retarded.
Hold on, they also re-released another game too in Japan. That's a remaster of a classic called Fatal Frame 2, which is about two Japanese schoolgirls who are sisters.
Yes.
So it's like, what the fuck?
Can you pull this up, DogZer0?
Right,
no, well, Google it. Just Google. Google.
Look,
yes,
it's right here.
There it is. Fuck! Like, what does it mean, Josh? A teenage girl? Like, what does this mean? What do the numbers mean, Mason?
Main character, teenage girl struggling under the pressure of expectations from her friends, family, and society. Oh, and here we got unicorns.
Her school outfit. Fuck. There's another one.
It was literally a few days ago. Fox Mass. Yeah, that's crazy.
Together.
It's just like it's hard to take this fucking guy seriously. He has no idea what he's talking about except when he knows what he's talking about with these little girls.
Josh couldn't this hard too when Laura was remade. You know, Silent Hill 2 remake.
Oh God! Yeah, you know, go like this with Laura?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, Josh is actually telling on himself here because it's so weird that Josh only knows about the games with, like, the white girls. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. Isn't that such a tell? That he immediately knows about all these games and then he just skips because he's not into that. Because actually, Josh isn't into that. He's into this.
Yeah, he never talks about Warhammer or military shooters or RTS games like Total War, like games that actual guys with testosterone are interested in. No, he talks about games that have little girls in them.
And Space Station 13, where he tries to take over the servers run by trans people. That whole saga.
Press desk, tranny.
That's the whole saga there.
Dude, he was just playing another. Oh, okay. I actually forgot to mention this, guys. Red alert! Josh is playing games on his Kick. He just played
what? Really?
Yeah, pull it up. I meant to cover this, and I fucking forgot about it because Josh is like.
Is it mad at the internet?
So boring. Yes. He played that stupid ass Celtic. The Celtic, like mystic kind of like walking simulator game. What is it called?
Oh, Northern Journey.
No, pull it up. They made a second one. It has like good graphics, but the game is ass. No, it's like a Celtic. It's like a Celtic voodoo game. Oh, he's playing Disco Elysium now.
Oh, dude, I do not. Dude, that would trigger
me.
Wait,
scroll down.
Him watching
for 6 hours.
Dude,
he's playing for 6 hours in a row.
I might sit through that because I bet you he has the stupidest shit to say about Disco
Hellblade. Senua's Sacrifice. He's playing the worst fucking game. Josh is so retarded.
Oh, by the way, he was also really giddy and excited to be playing the new Life is Strange game. Like, he was like effeminately giddy about playing Life is Strange.
Well, that's because he's done it before.
Oh my god, this is so amazing. Greatest game ever.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, Senua's Sacrifice. Shield amble.
Yet too small for a piece of furniture. Like the green shoe that's on the hat rack in the corner. Which, coincidentally, congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe. A cool wind.
Okay, fine. I'll go find the fucking shoe.
He's already mad at the game?
He's so retarded, dude.
I'm wearing one shoe.
The reason I'd be fascinated to watch his playthrough to see how far he goes is because this game, I like Disco Elysium a lot, even though it's you know, the people who make it, I don't care. I can separate that. But there are certain aspects of this game that are very...
Dog's soying out. He's soying out over Disco Elysium.
I am soying out. But I just can think of a lot of moments in this game where it's very, very, very confrontational with the character, like with Harry, about how he's such a retarded fuck up. And it doesn't like censor it at all. Like it just tells you you're retarded and you can't fix anything. And I just want to see Josh play those parts. Because there's so much stuff that's said in this game that is so applicable to him. And I just wonder if he'd have any self-awareness.
He doesn't. He has none.
Yeah, he's fucking retarded. But anyway, so he's like doing 6-hour playthroughs all the time. You know how Josh always talks about how fucking busy he is, and I've got so much going on I can't.
Games.
And he's playing 6 hours, 12 hours in 2 days of fucking Disco Elysium and these other walk slop simulators. This nigga and just he was coping about the. Okay, we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let's finish this because there's still even more posts. I mean, it's crazy.
Yeah, I have the other one that Clyde sent me too. I downloaded that.
Yeah, he's
people are sending DMs. Oh my god!
There's also posts he made on like the paywall section of the forums that Clyde has.
Well, he's hiding.
On his Twitter.
He's fucking hiding because he's getting his ass handed to him.
Don't let him get away with this. Do not.
Yeah, we're not gonna let Josh get away with this. We're gonna string him up, metaphorically speaking, in the public
Pull
square.
the pay pigs into pulling their support.
We're gonna metaphorically lynch Josh Moon.
Spiritual lynching.
Yeah, we're gonna spiritually lynch him and hang him from a spiritual tree, a metaphorical tree.
The world tree.
The world tree.
Exactly.
From Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice.
From Northman.
Okay. What's funny is that when I think of this debate, the first thing I thought of was Ellie. You think if paternalistic instinct is actually the motivation, you'd see people bringing her up constantly as it was okay when it was Ellie, but I've actually never seen anyone bring up Ellie in defense of Pragmata. And I think it's because if you put her side by side with Diana, it's just so fucking obvious what's wrong. Okay, so because this is another example of Josh, because I see it doesn't exist, because see it in my curated X feed where I block everybody, and on my website where I ban anybody, it doesn't exist.
Also, it's just a self-report where he's just like, it's obvious when you put it side to side. It's not obvious to me. The first character, I'm sorry, like the first character, Clementine, is a different art style, and then Ellie and her, I do not see like a fundamental.
They're side by side right in front of us.
Yes,
and
I'm
it's
like, no, dude, I don't see it. And I think the only reason you girls is if there's something in there, something in your head, man.
What's the point he's trying to make with the comparison between Ellie and Diana from the game, like by putting the photo together?
He thinks that one is. He literally says. Basically, his idea is that in his mind, when you put them next to each other, it's obvious to him that one is more sexualized than the other. Because that's how he looks at them.
No.
But they're not. I don't see it. I really don't see it.
Wet lips. One of them has wet lips. Can you even tell which
but that's
one?
because of the RE engine or whatever, no?
Yeah, it's literally because of the fucking RE engine reflections, ray tracing, or some bullshit. And Josh is like, that's the reflex.
This thing makes me think that Josh fantasized about Ellie giving him head.
Oh no!
That's so fucking gross.
Like, why is it okay when it's Ellie, but not when it's like it's just not a coherent argument unless you're a pedophile.
Because he is a pedophile.
He is a pedophile. I mean, Josh Moon is a pedophile.
Well, he's
okay,
he's simply making it hard not to think that by showing his repertoire of knowledge. All right, what do you want?
Can we just go? Can you pull up Kiwi Farms and go to Josh Moon's post because he's made some other posts.
Yeah,
he's like fighting with people in the various.
Josh
threads
is fighting
whatever.
with random people on Kiwi Farms.
Yes,
really?
go pull up his post.
That's rare.
He even banned someone as well.
Must be a special day.
He banned a 2018 user, DogZer0, an 8-year user.
For what?
For saying that he's a fucking pedophile. For telling the truth.
Because I checked.
You know who else? You know who else got perma banned for telling the truth?
Oh,
Jesus fucking Christ.
I think it's this.
The Lord and Savior.
Because I checked yesterday if people were shitting on him in the thread for this.
No. Go back. This
is basically Green NeoGAF.
Oh. Go back. Look at all these. Keep scrolling down. Look, he's like, stop noticing. It's a robot. It doesn't act like a child. He thinks after seeing this game, she looks like a patented child, dude. Like he's Spurg posting. It kind of is. I don't care about the success of the game. It's not a child. It's a video game character.
When I was looking at this last night, all of these posts hadn't been made. This whole page is new.
Oh, go to the next page. He's posted shit yesterday too. There's like 20 posts that he's made.
Yeah, he's losing it.
This is the last post that I saw last night.
Okay, well, we gotta get all these posts in. Keep scrolling down until we find the first post.
It's this one.
Hold on, I like to say that this is reminding me very much.
So yeah, go to the next. Go to the one up there.
Can I just say one thing? And that is, this is reminding me a lot of Low Taxes and Mangosteen rant.
I don't know. The Mangosteen thing was a lot more defendable than this.
He's been playing a lot more video games lately. I don't know if you guys have picked up on this.
The Book of Enoch reads like fan fiction. That's because all the demonology from Enoch is the found. Josh, the Book of Enoch came before Diablo. It's the other way around. What the fuck is he talking about?
Zog's getting sidetracked.
I am.
By...
Okay, I'll get off that because you talk a lot about the Book of Enoch. There's a lot of stuff in there.
Click on the Kino Casino post. I cannot fit our midnight streams 3 times a week into my life.
Bro, he's playing video games for 6 hours.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
Yeah, like, it's so crazy. This fucking guy, like, nobody believes his bullshit. He stays up all night drinking vodka. Yeah, he can't do it because he's drunk.
Yeah.
He's drunk as a skunk. That's why he can't do it.
There is one group of people that do believe him, and that is the fat, ugly, bitter, aging millennial feminist who he's cultivated and who he seeks validation from.
Oh, click on that one. This is a banger post. It wasn't too. Let me read this. If why wouldn't you stream even for thousands of dollars? If I was willing to stream 8 hours a day, why wouldn't I just stream longer on my own and try to get more viewers? It wasn't too long ago that Kino Casino was the smaller stream. Josh is so, but they've always had 5,000 bots. So what Josh is basically saying is they've been botting.
Well,
because Josh only ever has like 2,000 viewers on Rumble and YouTube.
Also, like him trying to big dog Kino Casino is hilarious.
I know. It's
That's
so outrageous. Funny. Especially when he's like eating off of PPP.
Yeah,
I would
and honestly, doesn't this just make him look worse? Doesn't this make him look worse? Because basically what he's admitting here is that Josh started at a higher level and Kino Casino has surpassed him because they're more entertaining than him. That's essentially what he's admitting.
Yes.
So that's great. Okay, this is his thing in
Pragmata. He's loud, charismatic, obnoxious. Josh is just a boring, dull, washed up has.
Wait, go back to that last Pragmata post. We got to hit all these.
Okay, I did this one last night, but yeah, this was the first response in the thread. Basically, people were okay, this was good. So basically, this guy disproved him and said, no, actually, people were talking about Clementine, about her possibly being sexualized and what the implications of that are. So basically, just blowing him out of the water. And then he just ignores the actual point here and undermines his own position by saying, well, they'll sexualize, basically what he's saying here is, well, they'll sexualize any kids. It's like, yeah, Josh, that's why what your post says doesn't make sense. That's, yeah.
I know what pedophiles do.
Yeah.
Kind of their thing.
You of all things.
I mean, goodness gracious.
Yeah, I know. That's a weird one to pull out.
Do you have no shame? Do you have no shame? He was like a cancer patient.
He's completely reverted to his Blocklands form.
Some time ago, user privacy settings were disabled. Oh, what? What?
Oh no! Here
Holy shit! Oh, here we go. Let's get it. Okay, do you want to read the
men aren't capable,
and then I'll read Josh.
Yeah, men aren't capable of wanting to become fathers. Ergo, a substantial portion of this game's player base are creeps / pedos. This is him trying to sum up what Josh is saying.
It's not a child. It's a video game character. The character is a fucking robot. The robot looks like a child pageant model or a doll. Do you think this is what fatherhood is? Running around with a monkey on your back hacking robots. If you do, don't become a father. Children are not like Diana. Actually, kids love to ride on your shoulders
and go on adventures and stuff. Not only that, but it's a video game, and it can be an abstraction of fatherhood. It can be like think about like God of War. Like the new God of War is a game, obviously, about like fatherhood, but it's not saying that fatherhood is going and killing the fucking Norse gods with your son. That's not the point. It's a metaphor for the fact that killing the gods is less important than being able to win over your son, like in a relationship. The media literacy on display, it's very interesting.
I mean, it's outrageous. And look at these retards giving him gold medals and shit, like his simps, his giga simps.
Who's the brave guy
reporting in?
To the dumb emote. Who's the brave Chad?
Don't be a fucker. If you want to ride on your shoulders, don't become a father.
That's right.
Be careful, he's gonna ban you.
Yeah.
Hold on. Someone above the bell curve wrote, Null used to obsessively watch Honey Boo Boo. I remember him talking about that all the time, how he loved it.
He did a stream. He did a stream about Honey Boo Boo, like covering her whole life. And when I listened to it at the time, I did not even really know what Honey Boo Boo was because I mean, I like reality TV, but I'd never watched that. And he talked about how he used to watch it with his mom together. And then that's like one thing, right? Maybe like when you're a kid. What got really weird was the back half of that stream is him talking about Honey Boo Boo's life as like a young adult and a teenager and her being sexualized and doing drugs and all this other stuff. And I was like, you still followed her after that? Like, I get that we're like, oh, we're following lolcows or whatever, but this girl is not like online. Like, she's not like it's like a totally different sphere. You'd have to really go out of your way to keep following that.
The only reason I know of Honey Boo Boo is because of that South Park episode. That's about it.
Yeah.
Yes, same here.
I don't care about the success of the game. You should. If you think that this is serving a market of child abusers, you should care about the success of the game.
People giving their money for this product or whatever, that's meant to be morally repulsive. In your opinion, Josh? No.
It doesn't matter if this game is pedo-coded or not, because Capcom is massively enjoying the free publicity both sides are giving it. It's kind of a fair point. I wouldn't be surprised if they're inciting both sides from behind the scenes as well. They get paid. Pragmata cements itself as one of the better modern Capcom IPs, and everybody involved in this flame war accomplishes nothing and remains seething. This is viral marketing 101 these days. Outrage bait till you make it. Thanks for playing. Come again. You know, it's interesting because I know Josh is aware of this concept because he's talked about it before. I don't care about the success of the game. I am nauseated by the reality of how many people are just openly... But that's the case either way, Josh.
Can you do the Josh voice?
I can't do the voice. I've not been trained.
I think more people are going to buy the game now because
I am nauseated by the reality of how many people are just openly attracted to kids.
But there were people like that before too. Like, Pragmata did not invent the open lolicon. Like I'm sorry, this has been. I mean, you should know that, Josh. You were openly talking about this shit 15 years ago. Like,
he was openly jerking it to it.
Yeah. He's still he's really fighting in this thread. So oh my god!
There it is.
There it is. So any attempt to cater to some sort of paternal desire in men is creepy. How is this your first line? It kind of is. No, it's not.
Kind of is.
Oh my gosh!
It kind of is. Why is this public frenzy over the need to paternalize a video game robot child doll less embarrassing than a cat woman fulfilling paternalistic desires through her personal apartment zoo? What is he even referencing?
I guess what he's saying is that men playing this video game to get the experience of feeling like a father is similar to women who get a bunch of cats to feel like they're a mother.
Like pets. Or
yeah.
Yeah, but people play video games to experience things in a certain sense.
Well, not only that, but like
never experience.
If we consider that it's possible for video games to be art, then and like actually have a thesis, then it could serve an actual artistic cultural purpose to make a game about fatherhood the same way you would write a book or make a painting or a song. Whereas
isn't this?
Whereas, like, the lady getting a bunch of cats is not...
You know, people are always talking about conservative art. Wouldn't this be an example of conservative art?
Well,
if it's promoting the family.
Well, here's what I told Clyde. I told Clyde that it's painfully obvious, like, looking at Capcom's game, because you had Resident Evil Requiem that promoted motherhood, and you have this game that promotes fatherhood, and also Death Stranding 2, which promoted fatherhood as well, is that you're seeing a lot of media from Japan that promotes natalism and having children, because they're trying to combat their fertility crisis. So they're trying to make parenthood appealing to Gen Z Japanese men and women.
Yeah, I just think that there's a fundamental difference from a person in their private life, like the woman who gets a lot of cats to fulfill that maternal role. Like, that's a lot different than making a public piece of art that could potentially impact the culture. And it's like, I get that video games are still like kind of trivialized, but if you ever want it to be more than that and you actually believe in any of these values, you think that they're good, then you would want it to permeate like all forms of media. Just like how, you know, other ideas, like especially like secularism, like modernism and stuff permeated our media for 60 years, every form of our media. Like, if you think that that was generally deleterious, you would want there to be a reaction. You would want to make your own art, not just tear down the art you disagree with.
Yes. Okay, so he continues. The only possible response would be saying that women only exist to have children, whereas it's a man's choice to become a father, and being a 60-year-old robot dad is actually based. It's code.
Oh, that's so stupid.
I mean,
the only thing you have to do in life is die. Everything is a choice.
Yeah.
Because women have to make the choice too. Women are the ones who choose the partners. They're the ones who are the gatekeepers to reproduction, and that's like the most important. That's like the choice of like civilization. And I don't know. This is just ridiculous. And if it's a game specifically about fatherhood, then it would make sense to focus on that side of things. Like you can have art about different things. It doesn't have to encompass the entire both genders relationship. I mean, that's harder, and there are definitely works that do that, but. It doesn't fit into this idea that it's creepy, which is his point.
Well, okay, this next line. So he says, you should not be striking paternalistic instincts through a video game, especially one with no story where you're just shooting fucking robots on the moon.
Is that what it is? Has he played the game? Because I said this yesterday. I was like, I haven't played the game. I don't know. I haven't played the game. I don't know what if there is a message. I don't know if there's a message there. Demo. I would not speak this authoritatively about what the game is about and what its purpose is until I've played it, because it could be trivial and that it's just superficially about this, or there could really be something there. Like God of War has both like a very complex combat system and is very clearly about like fatherhood at every step of the way, regardless of other issues with that game.
Why can't you stroke paternalistic instincts through a video game? Shouldn't that be the place where you do it? I mean, video games are a very masculine thing. Men love video games, almost universally. And so it's like, don't you go to them if you want to spread a message? Don't you meet them?
Null comes across as the type of man that unironically loves Lena Dunham's girls, where they brag about having an abortion and she's all smug about it while the man is crying and upset, and Josh is like, yes, that's how it should be, you slay queen.
Yeah, I guess his presumption is that video games can't be anything more, like they have no artistic value. And it's like, if that's going to be your position, you know, that's you're going to have to like defend that somehow. And it tends to not age well, because that's how every...
Then why are you playing Hellblade Senua's Sacrifice? A fucking walking simulator. Why are you playing these... Why are you playing, what was the game you were just glazing, DogZer0?
Disco Elysium.
Yeah, why are you playing all these games where, like, it's the whole point is, like, it's supposed to be art, and it's just telling a story, and it's an experience. Why are you playing these? Just play fucking Pac-Man, nigga. Like, what?
Like, you know, infamously, there's that Roger Ebert essay about why he believed that video games could not be art. And his thesis, I personally think, is incorrect, but there are some interesting observations in there from the time he was writing it. And you'd think that if Josh had any kind of like developed idea about why you can't actually tell real messages through video games, like he would put it here. But it feels more like it's a tail chasing the dog thing, where like he's already decided that because this game makes him feel weird, it's bad. And so he has to self-justify that and go all the way down to like the foundational principle that, oh, well, it's bad because it's about something real and video games can't be about something real. And it's like, well, no, I just think you just can't handle your feelings about
it. He can't just say, I don't like this game. Yes. It has to be, no, all video games trying to do this. At its base, it's wrong. That's such a good point.
I think an example of video game series, at least, being art, and I know this is probably going to sound pretentious, is like the Metal Gear Solid series, released by Kojima.
Yeah, and well, you know, and the reason why I think that they're one of the best examples is because regardless of what you think about the individual quality or the message of each, because they are so such the product of like a singular artistic vision at all levels, even if you don't like them, you can't say that they don't have intent, that Kojima did not sit down and say, this is my work, this is what I'm trying to say. And when you have works like that, like those are the perfect works where like the death of the author doesn't apply. Like the author's intent does matter.
Hold on, I just received word from my friend. Apparently, Josh chimping out over Pragmata is making the rounds on 4chan.
Good.
No. They fucking hate him.
That's not
go post in there,
not
everybody.
a good sign.
I was just thinking about something before I called in. I don't know if anyone's made this point yet, but this whole, Josh, he's been on a jag for like half a decade about, he wants to have kids. Some people say that's part of the reason why Ralph ended up having kids. I don't want to ascribe that to Ralph's motivation to have kids, but regardless, he's never going to have children, but not for the reason anyone has said before or anyone thinks. Try and dream with me for a second. Try and picture.
You think
it.
he's barren, don't you?
No, well, obviously he is, yeah. But
he blinks.
What does that world look like? Let's pretend that there is a woman who consensually agrees to conceive children with him. Is he going to continue to own and operate kiwi farms as an expectant father, or as a father after the child
100%.
is actually born? Of course not. You think he will?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. These people, like, this is everything Josh knows. Like, it's not even like an addiction. It just, he is the kiwi farms. Like, he is, like, 100%, dude.
Well, see,
Josh
I'm of two minds. I sort of agree with you. However, and I think you even brought this up at least once or twice. Josh literally demanded. He was very adamant about someone starting a thread about Ralph's child the second.
Yep, I remember that.
Baby Xander.
So, someone's going to keep that same energy, to borrow a phrase
against
from the
Josh.
urban community. Someone's going to keep that same energy if, word ever got out that Josh has
it's
a
not
kid.
A dream, it's a nightmare scenario.
Yeah, exactly. But, here's the foil to that, kind of like what Mr. K is saying. Okay, so what does he do for money? He's begged and he's grifted for at least 200,000, almost about adding up all of the recent grifts from this year and 2 or 3 years ago. But there's no telling how much of that he's actually saved. We don't know if he's even good with money. He most likely is not.
Bro, he can't even do his taxes. And he's in such a good spot to not have to pay taxes if he was smart.
Yeah, but I mean, if he's getting cheese box subscriptions, monthly cheese subscriptions, this motherfucker ain't saving money.
I just think you're thinking about it too logically. Like, Josh, this, it's, no. Look, I'm serious. This is
that's true.
Or, Josh is a lifelong internet addict. Josh has been doing this since he was 13. He's been online. He can never leave. He will never leave. How is it even possible? He has no friends and family. The internet is his friend. The internet is his family. He's in too deep. He's mutated. He's not a normal human anymore. He's mutated into an internet thing.
Yeah, none of the
he always will be.
None of the
if you're going to be terminally online, you better not be a fucking dick to people.
Yeah, none of the aging millennial rat femmes are gonna. They don't want him touching them. They just use him in order to have power over the site and to attack men. They're not gonna want to breed with him. They want a man like Henry Cavill or Chris Hemsworth. Or Ryan Gosling, they don't want him.
As far as
I don't think the bottleneck is him finding a woman.
Mr. K.
There are insane bitches out there who would fuck him. That's not the bottleneck.
Yeah.
As far as the money, the thing is, he claims that he's had to spend most of the money on legal stuff. Now, even if that's partially true, first of all, there's a lot of legal stuff he raised money for that no legal action ever was produced. Like the fundraising campaign, what was it, a year and a half ago?
Yes,
2024, yeah.
Yeah. Those never produced lawsuits. They produced cease and desists, which were followed, at least by Cloudflare when they got that new community manager. But the rest of that money has not been spent on legal stuff, unless it's somehow it's not. You'd be able to find the documentation. The amount of money he's made and the amount he actually has to spend, he should be financially secure. He really should be. And the fact that he's not, that indicates a core issue that will not be solved by more grifting. You know what I mean? If you can't, even if things go really well, he keeps his 800 subs or whatever, he starts really raking it in. The fact that he's not been able to set himself up with the level of stability that he said that he wanted in that big post 4 years ago, even though he could have done it, that's a perennial issue. And if there's anything that we know about Josh is he does not learn lessons. He doesn't learn. He will not take advice about any of this stuff. He will not even just take advice, but just change the way he thinks about it. There's a lot of problems with the having kids thing. Also, it's kind of interesting because the baseline assumption of him getting a woman to agree to have kids with him indicates it would require. It would require
Pardon my
something
interruption.
offline to happen, you know?
But pardon my interruption, but you guys have seen a 2020 post that he put out on the forum, right? Where he talked about wanting to have a family. Like, you guys, you know what? If you guys could bring it up again and perhaps have Mr. K read it out, just that part where he talks about having a family, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah,
I mean, I guess.
Do you have it handy that you could link?
Yes, I do. Give me a moment.
I guess my whole thing is when I called in, and maybe Mr. K is right, is maybe I am approaching this too logically. I was of the mind calling in with my point that I feel like he would have to choose between having a family and having children and having a wife, or being owner and operator of a gossip slot forum. You know, because that's a very big target on his back by continuing to own and operate this. And you guys have seen it. I mean, pretty much everyone in this call and everyone watching is like familiar on the Josh lore. Like, he's burned almost every bridge he has with his family. You know, there was that, what was it, his uncle or something, who was like a career military veteran.
Almost lost his pension,
you know, he almost lost his pension, and Josh was like, I don't care about your pension. It's my site, and I'll do what I want with it. You know,
it's
like,
funny because he tried to use that as
adamant.
sympathy later. Because when he was whining about Vordrak, he was like, they tried to take my family's pension away. And it's like, well, dude, like, yeah, Vordrak was crazy and everything, but you also, like you said, at the time, said that you were willing to sacrifice that.
Yeah.
He's also trying to get into politics as well, Josh.
Don't get me... Every time I call in, or every time I talk to Mr. K, I'm sorry, but, like, that shit sticks in my craw, and it stays in the back of my head, because I feel like this is a very slow burn that's going to have a very satisfying payoff. This shit that's been going on with the past 24 hours, or however fucking long it's been, that he's been pedo posting and spazzing out about fucking Android video game children. Let me cook. This shit is making him even more radioactive to anyone who he would even attempt to make any kind of political contribution to. That fucking 501c4, whatever the fuck it is, when Mr. K or when fucking DogZer0 first brought it up like a year ago, I've been having that in the back of my head, because like every single time he fucking chimps out, every single time he spurgs out, every single time he says that he's a raped end slave or whatever the fuck because he has to pay his taxes and shit. You don't even have to look very hard. You barely scratch the surface, and just any one of these things that can be ascribed to him that's not a Photoshop or that's a voice recording of shit that he said himself, you tie that to anyone that he attempts to back politically in any kind of campaign, whether it's against Vivek Ramaswamy or whatever the fuck. No one's going to want to associate with him.
That's why I thought it was so crazy that he put his name on the charity, because it would have been one thing for him to initially put it together and then hand it off, which is what I always said that he should have done. But then to not only put his name on it, but be 2 of the 5 executive officers at the same time, and then also have it retweet Kiwi Farms, have it retweet his own personal post, like be so connected to the health of the site. It's just so stupid.
If Josh wasn't retarded, DogZer0 would be running the fucking nonprofit right now.
Or just any kind of cutout. Like, look at the shit that I don't know how familiar you guys are with Destiny and his A-logs and shit. But, like, yeah, whatever the fuck. I think it was, like, Progressive Victory or something. They had fucking Brianna Wu. They had Brianna Wu. And I'm pretty sure some of you guys are, like, Gamergate OGs or familiar with Gamergate. Like, they had that toxic creature.
Dude, they were giving money to Xander Hall, who was spending his
money to Xander Hall and fucking Vaush and Keffels, and they still managed. I think they even got one guy elected, like in fucking Georgia or some shit. But like they actually produced some content. But what did they do? Like they went through like cutouts of cutouts, you know, like some shell corporation type shit, where like they had a figurehead who was in charge of the whole thing, but really behind the scenes it was Destiny or fucking Brianna Wu pulling the strings. To my understanding, I could be wrong, but still, like, Josh doesn't have that because he doesn't have anyone.
Well,
and his ego gets in his own way.
I'm glad that didn't happen, Wolf Tone, that you did not become his registered agent. Because the minute you would have inconvenienced him, or the minute he could have taken advantage of you, he would have thrown you under the bus. And honestly, I kind of got saved too, because when he first started talking about the charity thing, and I still assumed he was going to hand it off, and he put out his call for people to be involved, I did reach out to him a little bit, and I'm so glad that nothing happened. Oh no. Yeah, I'm so glad nothing happened about that, because it was...
I want to paint a picture for the audience as well. This is kind of unrelated, but it shows you the ruthlessness of political, being on a political arena. I don't know if anyone's familiar with this movement, but there's a movement called like Right to Repair, right?
Yeah, of course.
The essential gist is...
Hell yeah.
Yeah, the essential gist is, just for the audience, you should be allowed to repair your electronics, whether it's your cars, computer, whatever. So at the minute that was like, they were like... I believe the movement was trying to pass a bill, right? The lobbying for or against right to repair. They would talk about the fact that if your car had the ability, to like change certain parts, that would lead you to being raped or some shit. Like it was at that levels of like, huge propaganda. So imagine the amount of shit they would pull out from Josh.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Or just exactly, yeah. And that's just about, repairing your computer or repairing your car or whatever.
Yeah, I mean, and there's obviously like a massive, like he'd be going up against the entire internet infrastructure industry, because they have an incentive, like the IENs, everything. They have an incentive of keeping things locked down the way they are. And the first thing they dig up is all of this. And if at the very least he had handed it off, the people who take it over could have been like, look, this guy was victimized by this stuff, but we knew that he was not, we didn't want him to be involved. We want to focus on the issue, focus on the policy, and then you never mention him again, and it's like he wasn't involved at all, but that's impossible. No. Like, he will always be on the paperwork.
Well, let me just say one more thing to Cast Iron's thing, and then we can wrap it back around to the post and keep going. Unfortunately, I'm not on Pacific time, but yeah, Cast Iron, I do think that you're thinking about it too logically, and I think that the family thing with Josh is, it's kind of a white whale, right? Like, Josh is constantly searching for... Josh is a deeply broken individual on many fundamental and basic levels. And he's constantly searching for the thing that will make him normal, right? That will heal him, that will fix him, that will make him not be depressed every day and not suffering every single fucking day. And he thinks that having a kid will fix that. And so he's just like latched himself on. But I think he would find that if he had that kid, it wouldn't satisfy him, because the chances are likely that he hasn't done the groundwork. He hasn't fixed any of the real underlying issues that he has, preparing not only his mind, his body, and his soul. And so, again, like, people, addicts, and people who have serious issues will often do that. They think, oh, I just have to do this one thing, and then I'll be fixed, and then I'll be fixed. And it's just like,
they just have
it's
to
the
move
white whale in their mind,
Yeah.
where if he could just have a kid, everything will be okay. But it won't.
And I didn't think about this when I said this. I'm not really revealing anything that I haven't said before, but like, I have children. It takes a lot to be a parent, to be a half-ass parent.
Yes.
And I don't think, all A-loggery aside, like, it takes a lot of patience, number one. It eats into a lot of your fucking free time. Like, I don't have as much time to dick around like this on the internet as I used to, just like 2 years ago. But that's because, like, I actually, like, give a shit about, my children. And I don't know if Josh would be willing to, like, sacrifice
I think he sees
his
them
time away from the farms.
Pursuant to like what Mr. K was saying. It's like he thinks that forming the family would be a solution to his problems, when really you have to fix the problems before you can responsibly have the kids. Yeah, like it's like I said, it's like the dog chasing the tail thing, or tail chasing the dog, where like you say, like it tolls a significant physical and emotional cost, but it's worth it. And it's a choice that, like, when, ideally you both enter into with eyes open, but whereas with him, he sees it as a solution. But really, you have to be the solution for your children, not the other way around.
Yeah, if anything, it kind of dehumanizes the potential child the way he's talking about in the first post that you went over before.
Exactly.
You know,
and
everyone
that was
else
the
called
point
in.
that I was making earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was eating chili dogs. My bad.
Nice.
Well, I made that point where like it's like they want the child like almost like the gay couples want the child as like a status symbol, as like a oh look at me, I'm a incel, but I have a kid, so I made it. Suck it.
Yeah.
You know, all you other fucking losers out there. You thought I never could, but I did it. It's not like you didn't have the kid because you had a good relationship and it just naturally happened, or you know, for good like natural reasons.
Yeah, two people who love each other, you know, come together and they make a consensual decision to, you know, bring another life into the world.
Someone in chat says the kids can do their own laundry. I gotta clean up the channel, Fred.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it would be.
Yeah.
Dude, imagine you being your kids and you get to hear about internet infrastructure for this. They're shit posting in the keto. The red text gang is shit posting.
I made a comment in passing in chat before I called in. Like, can you imagine the first time one of these kids like wears down Josh's patience, whether it's like an infant or a newborn or like a 5-year-old, and he has one of his patented like melty, crackly voice fucking spurgouts at his own child.
Man.
That's so
You know,
bad.
You into this world? You don't know what I sacrificed. I have to protect you from transgenders. I have to protect you from the government.
The Indians behind the trees.
You know, and he would probably do the thing where he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna school you. I'm gonna homeschool you," and then he doesn't teach his kids anything. Think of AF or Ricada, it would be 10 times worse. You know, they were Ricada's house was dirty. Like, oh my God, imagine Josh, or like those women who were saying that JF's kids like are nonverbal, or they, you know what I mean, because maybe he doesn't work with them enough, or you know, it's like imagine that, but with Josh. Oh my goodness. It would actually be like a legitimate CPS. Like I would genuinely fear for those kids.
They'll ban his child from the house. Yeah, that's the problem. You can't ban your kids. You can't ban your kids.
You can't touch grass. You're banned for 3 days.
Yeah, if you homeschool those kids, they're not gonna know how to read and write, but they'll know how to punch down Cat 6 cable.
Oh.
They'll know Jeet. That'll be their first word, Jeet.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna read this family post, or okay. We're already reading.
Well, what line did you want us to read? What part?
Kessler.
This whole fucking post. Let's just read the whole fucking post. I'll just read it. I won't stop.
It's legendary.
This is not a notice of closure. These are my thoughts which will impact the direction of the site moving forward. I've been deeply unhappy this month, perhaps more so than I've ever been since I left the United States in 2015. I find myself trapped in a tenuous and unprofitable position, staring down the barrel of 30 years old. In no better position than I was when I was turning 20 years old. I have been afraid to say this because I have a large sense of pride, and I have many people rooting against me. It has been important for me for years to save face and maintain a stoic defense against
very stoic.
Now, after much reflection, I realize these people I find myself contending against are all in their 30s and 40s with no well, I don't know about that, Josh. Their own personal accomplishments, no wife and no children. When death finds them sooner rather than later, they will have left no mark on this earth. Proving them wrong is not something I am concerned of any longer.
What year was this post?
Liberated to express myself freely in this post.
2020?
These are the realizations that I have come to in the year of 2020, which are now things I must deal with. 1, I want to start a family. 2, I do not consider fighting for free speech in and of itself noble or worthwhile. 3, I think the forum has lost what made it special. Address each of these concerns directly. I want to start a family. When I was a teenager, I did not value myself very highly. I remember writing at different times that I would find it worthwhile to give my life to save a cat from a tree. Dynastia once wrote about me that, quote, I couldn't find a hill not worth dying on.
As related by the scholar Dynastia about
the scholar Dynastia.
It's a hadith. It's a Joshi hadith.
I want a badge of honor. I consider the impact of a person has on the world at large through cultural contribution and direct effect on other people to be more important rather than offspring. I'm now much older with a developed sense of self-worth. My priorities are shifting, in part because I am older, in part because I have accomplished much of what I set out to do, and in part because the forum has become a less interesting and less fun place for me. A part of me hopes to see Trump repeal Section 230 in full so that I can throw my hands up and say, I did all I could and move on without the guilt of having lost. As the certainty of America's future and freedom of speech has waned the world over, my certainty over the purpose of life has solidified. I believe in his family, not a big extended family or a small town, but rather the nuclear family with traditional family roles. The husband provides, the woman takes care of the home. I believe popular depictions of traditional families as, quote, creepy or oppressive is a deliberate attempt to undermine
Hold on.
the
I thought that Pragmata was creepy.
Josh, that's not very different of you. I mean, these women, how dare you believe in traditional family? These feminists on your forum want to be, rat them girl bosses that encourage all girls to have an abortion, saying that any woman that doesn't have an abortion can't call herself a woman, and that an abortion is a rite of passage for a woman.
Wait, he said that?
No, the women on the forums that he sucks up to say that.
Well, they're fucking crazy.
Are you talking about like the beauty parlor wretches?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, I think that's just the post. I mean, this guy.
Well, what's interesting
he hasn't made much progress in the 6 years since this post.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
It's wild, isn't it? 6 years.
Everything he says in this post where he, there are some things that are accurate in here, but yeah, nothing's changed. And if anything, it's gotten worse. He's less stoic. He's less self-aware. He's more angry. He's dedicated himself even more to fighting for free speech despite saying it wasn't relevant. It's crazy.
Yeah, he started a whole ass fucking 501c4 around the guise of fighting for free speech on the internet. He just did a complete 180 on that one.
And he gaslights himself on his haters, right? He's like, all my haters are 40 years old, and they're all losers with no wife and no kids. And it's like, in this chat, we have a man with a wife and kids. We have... We're probably all more successful than Josh.
Here's the old post. I got to get up because my co-host is yelling racial slurs about Jade.
I'm sorry, but did he just describe the beauty parlor users unintentionally? He says that angry, childless people that don't.
Yes, he did.
Get mad at him. Got him. This was before Josh became a male feminist rat them.
And he likes the.
Yes.
Did he do a review of The Handmaiden Tale quite some time back?
Yes, and it's his Bible now too.
I've heard stuff about it, but I gotta see.
It's basically a woman's oppression rape fantasy.
Oh no! I meant Josh's review. What's his take?
That it perfectly encapsulates how it is to be a woman in the modern world, especially a modern white woman in the Western world. And it's like, Josh, white women are the most catered to and most privileged, spoiled, and entitled demographic in the world.
Okay, people are chimping out. They're chimping out in the chat. They're saying, bring back Persip. They're saying to go to the little girl
that's not
post.
happening. I brought back up this post. Read the rest of this post about Pragmata.
So any attempt to cater to some sort of paternal desire in men is creepy. It kind of is. Why this public? We already read this paragraph. It's cope. You should not be stroking paternal instincts through a video game, especially one with no story where you're just shooting fucking robots on the moon. The Walking Dead, The Last of Us seem to be a real there. And again, like right here, he's just saying, yeah, they seem to be. I've never played any of these games. I have no idea what is actually the story of Pragmata. I'm just assuming that there's no story. Like, it's so bad. You just poke holes right through it. They poke at a very real tension of, quote, how do you raise children in a world so bleak? A very common sentiment, where the reality is you don't have much of a choice and you just do the best you can. They're supposed to be real kids that are really alive and you're protecting. In the game world of Pragmata, Diana is not a child. She's a robot programmed to behave the way she is. You could crush her skull in a trash compactor.
Jesus Christ! I like to point out that Josh in the past in his Blockman forums talked about how he was into baby gore.
Oh boy, it's tough.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of.
You got to pull up the Grokkopedia article.
There's a lot of Yeop and Joffrey and I think Clyde posts over the last like 2 weeks. Josh barely has a lot to say about gore.
Oh yeah,
I don't know if you guys knew that. I'm barely learning that over the past 2 weeks.
Oh yeah, he is into both gore and baby gore.
Baby gore. Wow.
What?
So he's fantasizing about killing the robot girl. So which is it, Josh? Is she like sexualized and look too much like a doll, or is she a fake robot that you want to kill? These like two weird impulses are mixing in his brain in a very strange psychosexual fashion.
Yeah, he can't decide. It's very schizophrenic. He can't decide, like, is it a law, or is it a skull? You can crush your skull.
He wants to both rape and kill the robot child.
Oh,
yeah, I think yes. I think that's probably the case. If this was a real story on our real moon, she would still be a piece of silicon that is creepy as fuck, and all her actions would be synthetic because someone literally designed her to act.
Yeah, maybe that's the point of the game. Maybe that's what it's exploring.
Isn't that the point, though?
Yes. Obviously, like, media literacy moment, the game, I haven't played it, but if I had to guess what the game is about, is whether you can have a real connection with someone who you know from the outset is made and not created. Right? Can you feel a paternal impulse for that? Like, that's probably, I don't know, but probably what the game might be exploring. Now, you can have a nuanced opinion about that. You can think they did a good job or a bad job, but just this, like, cuck rage at the outset saying that the game, even if the game did it well, it wouldn't matter because games can't be art. All just to justify why this character made you feel weird. It's just crazy.
You know the irony, Mr. Zero, is that I think Josh has admitted that he spends a lot of time with AI, like talking to Gemini or some shit.
What? Yes, he did. He did. He admitted that.
You got the AI GF.
It's tough. The AI GF, yeah. It's tough.
Yeah, I'm just a simple country retard. I'm pretty sure people have already come to this conclusion, but the thing, I haven't even played this game. All I know about it is what I've gotten through osmosis on Twitter. This is a very nice Rorschach test for people who are attracted to children. I'm trying to curb my language.
Yeah.
DogZero's channel.
Yeah.
Because it's like, in DogZer0, you're a more learned gentleman than I. But what was it like? Sometimes a cigar is just a cigar.
Yeah, exactly.
Pipe or whatever. Sometimes a cigar is just a fucking. Sometimes a fucking Android 7-year-old in a video game is just a video game character. But then you got guys like Andy Morse and Josh.
A cigar is a BBC you're smoking.
No, seriously, no, that's a great way to put. No, Mr. K, you're totally right. That's literally what he's doing. That is unironically what he's doing. It's like you see this game where it's just like, oh, you have a girl that you are a man and you are meant to protect and whatever. It could be literally as simple as that. Not even any of the stuff I was saying. And then Josh Josh sees
like
it,
projection by Josh.
and then Josh sees this like her lips are glistening, and the Nip men are having her be blonde. Because it's just like, what the fuck?
Oh.
Talking about?
Well, harken back real quick. Again, dream with me. Imagine, dive into your brains, everyone in the audience and you guys in the call. Remember when Josh interviewed those whores from the Turkey Tom thing? What was it, like a month and a half, like 2 months ago? And it was the stream before, the stream after. Like, he was fixated on like, oh, he's just pounding her cervix, and it's just crazy, like vaginal bleeding sex. Like, he has a very unhealthy, like, psychosexual fixation on like the intersection between like violence and sex.
Yeah, and that's kind of what he's in this post too, where he's going from glistening lips to crushing her with a skull, crushing her skull. Crazy.
Oh, and then remember how he said, "Oh, women were."
Oh yes, no, it was like in the beginning there was rape, like
oh my
women
God.
were like genetically modified over time to be acceptable to rape or some shit like that.
I remember that. Yes, it was about the war brides.
Yes.
Yeah, the war brides.
That's like some shit you'd hear. What is that brown guy, Andrew Tate?
Andrew Tate, yeah,
like some
exactly.
Shit you hear Andrew Tate
Tate
saying.
Yes, but it's okay for Josh to say this because he's a male feminist. He's one of the good ones, guys.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's the thing
All
is
right.
Andrew Tate says it because he's like appealing to men, whereas Josh says it because he's appealing to women who want to feel victimized.
Well, Josh would say when Andrew Tate says it, it's bad because he's an e-pimp and because he's half black. When Josh says it, he's based and he upholds traditional values and he's a free speech champion.
He's a white incel.
Yeah.
So.
The traditional values of being Josh.
Can I just say this, right? Because I have no idea what Pragmata is about or whatever. I googled Pragmata review, and this is the headlines I got. So from the Guardian, soulful sad dad saga in stunning outer space, and then this is the New York Times uncanny sad dad game with robot child. So I mean,
they're pushing it as a father game, as like a dad.
Well, and they use the word uncanny because it sounds like that's the point. Is the idea is that it feel like the way the game makes you feel about the little girl, like feels real, even though you know that she's not.
It's
like
fake.
Yeah, and that's that's something you can explore with art or whatever. But and you can evaluate whether that's good or bad, whether it's executed well. It just feels to me that all of this comes down to Josh looked at a picture of the girl, felt away, didn't like it, and everything is born out of that.
It's just bizarre, isn't it?
Okay, so he says, if in fact, if she was real, she'd be even creepier because her shitty crayon drawings and wonderment at everything are not real reactions to
this is how children are,
prompting fascination as with a real child, but rather a predetermined response by some Japanese pedophile who programmed her to behave that way.
So is any fictional child wrong then? When you're reading like the Brothers Karamazov and you're reading the chapter about the children who are like bullying one of the kids and throw a rock at him, and then like the King kid, the leader of them has to reconcile with that, and that whole like arc where it's obviously Dostoevsky was not a child when he wrote that. That's all fake. That's not real because and the wonderment they show, that's not real. That's actually wrong because it's programmed by him writing it. Like, what the fuck does this even mean? So you're not allowed to abstract anything. You're not allowed to even attempt to recreate like the wonderment of looking at the world through, as a child, which is something that artists have been trying to recreate forever because it's something that you can't actually like get back after you're not a kid anymore. This is just so. This is so. He's so like such a doomer black pill about everything.
Well, but for some reason, when a Druckmann does it, it's fine. When a Japanese does it, bad. When a Druckmann does it, it's fine.
Yeah, I guess.
Isn't there a Detroit Become Human that has the exact storyline?
Yes, only Josh is probably sexually attracted to that child too because she came from a broken home where her father, her human father, was like domestically beating her, and as we all know, Josh has a massive sexual infatuation with women who came from broken homes and were victims of abuse.
Is Detroit Become Human worth playing?
I don't know. I mean, you could just play the game by one. videos on YouTube. You know what I mean?
Seems like Zog
It's just a
Slop. Do a
movie.
playthrough. Do a playthrough.
It's a movie game. Yeah.
But here's the
do a live playthrough.
Josh, how his posts, it reads like someone who's never interacted with a child. I used to interact with children. I volunteered at the local preschool and for my education classes, and how Diana acts is how a lot of these little kids act, like running up the slide, drawing pictures, playing make-believe. It's like, Josh, what the fuck are you talking about?
Well, when he says, like, her shitty crayon drawings, all I can think of is it's like, Josh, if somehow, hypothetically, by some miracle you ever have kids, like, their drawings are, like, kids' drawings are worse than that. Like, worse in an objective sense, in, like, a technical sense. But, like, there's a reason why parents, like, put them up publicly, and it's not just to signal. It's because, like, the way the art makes you feel is more important than anything on the paper. And
it's got sentimental value.
Yeah, and when you say this, when he says it's this way, so with such venom, with such, like, poison in his mouth, it's like, well, you know, this is why, like, you can't create anything that makes people feel anything like this, because you can't appreciate it even in its smallest acts.
My brother and his wife collect all of their children's drawings, even if they're shitty or whatnot, but they collect them because it's sentimental.
Yeah, my mom has my stuff from fucking kindergarten. Like, in a filing cabinet.
You could even say that's kind of revealing, because it tells me, you know, at least just instinctively, that Josh's mom didn't do that with him.
Oh no, she hated him. She hated
Well,
him.
while DogZero's mom was collecting his childhood drawings, Josh's mom was collecting DVD.
Yeah.
No.
True, unfortunately. True. Where were you?
Yeah, that's a good point. You know, like, think about it. When was the last time Josh was, like, had actually interacted with a child? I mean, I hope to God it hasn't been recently, but, like, really, it's probably been like 10 years.
There was a Maddie. I can't tell you what date this is, because I don't remember. This is back when I still sometimes listened to Maddie, so it must have been like 2019, right? It was when he was claiming to live in Belgrade, Serbia, and he was talking about how great Belgrade is, because if you go to the park, you see young couples that have children.
Jesus.
And he was near them.
Christ.
And so he was saying, like, how wholesome and whatever that was. So that's the last time I think he may have been within.
No, but I mean, like, directly interacting with a child. Because you can, like, watch a child, but, like, you have to, like, talk to children to kind of know how they behave, right?
Yeah.
It's like he has no idea how, like, children actually act and behave. And,
yeah,
like,
I guess he doesn't have, I guess he wouldn't have, like, cousins or anything.
It's totally alien to him, like a child. It's an alien creature. You know, and he's like
Josh is probably like
a wild biologist. You know, like out in the wilderness, like describing a creature he's never seen or he's never, like, interacted with.
Yeah, I mean,
that's how it comes off.
Well, and, like, obviously,
my understanding
the
is
other
he's
way
like
is
Dexter.
Sorry, yeah, go.
No, just a quick. Like, he's like either like a psychopath or like Dexter. You know, like an alien.
I mean, I think that's also, like, why you need to have friends that are, like, your age, maybe a little older, a little younger, because, like, for example, for me, like, a lot of my friends have been getting married, like, the last couple of years, and, you know, whenever, like, one of them has their first kid, I always, like, give them a copy of the Iliad and the Odyssey, because I feel like you should read your kids the Iliad and the Odyssey literally from the time that they're infants, even if they don't understand it. And that, like, ritual of doing that, and then we have, like, dinner at their house or whatever, it helps, like, prepare you so that when you get there, you know, like, this diversity of like this diversity of how different, like, parents and stuff deal with different, you know, challenges of having, like, an infant. And if you don't have that community, you don't have anything like that where you get to see it in the real world, it creates this, like, toxicity, this, like, poison in your mouth where it's just you both want it and you hate it at the same time. It's terrible.
Yes. It's fascinating. So Josh says, a real man substituting a real family with Diana in the real world would also be a fucking freak. you could print 100 of her, and when they started holding hands and dancing in circles, singing "Ring Around the Rosie," you know it was some paragraph in her Diana.md file that made them do that. Eventually, a real father would get over her crayon drawings because they'd be. See, this is so out of touch.
What?
This line right here. Eventually, I'll just read it normally. Eventually, a real father would get over her crayon drawings because they'd be the exact same kind of charmingly shitty drawings each time. Her endless wonderment about total bullshit would grate on you, and eventually you'd be staring at her in
Literally
exhaustion
insane.
and contempt.
What the
That's
fuck?
insane.
Smile like she was programmed to do in her creepy, perfect child pageant way, and you think, wow, this is all there is to her. She's never going to grow up, never going to love, never going to go to college, never going to start her own family. I just
What?
what is he? It's unbelievable.
Well, like the first half is insane because it's like that's not how parents actually are with their kids' wonderment. It's great every time. Number two, even
No.
if he's trying to make a comment about, oh well, because she's an android, she won't grow up. Like, wouldn't that be the like thing that the game is trying to confront the audience with?
Add in robot too. So it's like they're both robots. They're both never gonna,
Yeah, well,
it's a game.
Yeah,
Both robots.
but that would be what the game is about. Is like knowing that this. I don't know. It's like on the one hand, the first half of that like paragraph is just like I don't know, psychopath. I don't know what else to say. It's crazy.
This is probably one of the most evil things I have unironically read in my life.
I would downvote my child's drawing. Someone in chat.
This reads like the guy. This reads like the guy from Hatred going, "My name is not important. I hate my child."
That was his persona.
Yeah, that was the meme I made. Got banned off Twitter.
Not just that, but basically 2/3 of the paragraph, from the word eventually until the word family, it's prima facie evidence, how the fuck you pronounce that he is not parent material. He does not have the potential to be. He never had the makings of a varsity father.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good one.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's like the thing, like, maybe he doesn't get it. It's like, yeah, like from the outside looking in, it's like, yeah, it does get old, but it's because it's not your kid. When it's your kid, when it's your flesh and blood, you have a spiritual connection to them. And so it makes everything that they do like special.
Yeah, and I think that might be what the game is about. The idea that because they don't grow up, can you have a recreate? I don't know. Just like I said, like the back half of that it feels like him just stating what the game might be challenging the player with.
He doesn't even try to like understand the game. He doesn't even try to.
It seems to be the irony is lost in him.
Comprehend what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Somebody in chat asks, "What Kiwi Farms threads would you read to your children?"
Well, that's what Josh would do. That's because I said the Alien Odyssey thing, so it's like, yeah, Josh would read them.
Could you comment on that? The Chris Chan thread, the perhaps a Death Fat thread.
Okay, here's
the Mega Rad Gun thread. Hell yeah, bro.
I wouldn't read
thread,
any of them. I wouldn't read any of them.
Of course not. I figured it out.
Okay,
Null's dick doesn't work, and he's schizotypal sociopath, so he identifies with the little android girl too much, but doesn't exactly know why, so it infuriates and arouses him. Truth nuke in chat.
Yeah, you got him. It says, so it continues. He says, really, if you sit down and think about it, it's not just creepy that adult men are saying, wow, this makes me want to have kids now. Well, actually, all the clips I've seen are of women.
But that's what everyone's reaction is now.
Yeah.
Yes,
like, it's women are enthralled with it.
Yes, women are in fault of this game. I've seen women like just bawl their eyes out crying and muttering saying, I want to have a baby. But we can't have that because that's against Null's feminist belief of just abort your fucking child, you stupid slag. Be a real...
it's because despite his outward-facing attempts to seem like a good male feminist ally or whatever, he can't fathom the idea that women play AAA slot video games now too.
Well, not just that,
It's a
but
dinosaur view, to be honest.
but Null, has a very dinosaur view of video games. But also too is that Null, he has become the beauty parlor feminist. If you've gone on beauty parlor, you will see that most of the feminists there are very anti-natal. They're very anti-fertility. They're anti-family. And this is something that Jordan Peterson talked about a while ago, where he says the only point of feminism is fertility suppression amongst women. It is just women suppressing their fertility and wanting them to be as miserable as them.
Jordan Peterson, I hear he's a Xan. He's like literally dying right now from Xan addiction. So
yeah, well, he was right on that. Lobster man. Lobster man, but he was right on that.
Clock is right twice.
Yes, but he was right on that. Everything about feminism, 100%. the feminism that Null champions, is all anti-natalism and fertility suppression. And you see them too. Like, I had women on the beauty parlor telling me, you should get pregnant with your boyfriend and have an abortion. That'll make you a real woman.
What? I just can't believe that.
You can't call yourself a real woman unless you have an abortion.
That's deranged.
That's insane. It's insane.
That's deranged.
Like, that's even there are even like liberals who like do think that abortion will be legal who would never fucking say that. Also, we got Geeka Chad Kafer, our top guy in the chat, who, as usual, is 3 hours behind in the stream and commenting on what I was talking about 3 hours ago, which is just the funniest shit when he does that.
It's so fucking
He always
funny.
does that. No, the stream happens at his schedule, and I'm here for it.
What a
let me finish this last.
Yeah.
Because he has another absolute banger line in there. It's creepy that thinking that anyone finds her child pageant design defensible because they actually think this is what fatherhood is. It's a shitty facsimile of fatherhood with no purpose. The entire point of making a family is to prepare your children to make their own family and navigate a shitty, bleak world as well as you possibly can. Diana,
the world is not shitty and bleak. This guy is it's the worst. Like, I don't know. I've spent all this time talking.
He's ultimate doomer.
Yeah, well, specifically, like,
he believes the world is the Handmaid's Tale.
Yes, and I specifically like have talked all this shit about Templar, about the way he talks about things, but like Templar's more white-pilled, like has a more Christian worldview as far as like the world being inherently good. Like we live in the best of all possible worlds, Josh. If you're a Christian, you have to believe this.
We are the flame that lights the world.
Yeah, exactly. This is classic like Leibniz type stuff. Where
he's not a Christian. I mean, he just like spits out that shit as like a dog or whatever.
He's as Christian as the Quartering.
Yeah. That's why I really wanted to hear the Kiwi Casino with PPP that they teased about talking about religion, because I just like to hear what his experience with that even is, and what first of all, what church he picked, not because I want to argue with his choice, but just because I just want to see what is informing these thoughts, if there's anything he ended up picking. I don't know.
When Hugh dies, she'll be skipping and singing on the streets of Detroit in a dirty parka, latching on to the next man who finds this is crazy.
What is
this? The next man who finds her crayon drawings charming because she's not real, she's not your daughter, and you're not her father. And she can replace you just like she replaced the moon factory cradle she spawned out of. The entire Cope response to how fucking wholesome they think the game is a direct response to the wrong people pointing out it's actually really weird and gross. It's so crazy that like Josh wants to be a father, but then he like finds every aspect of fatherhood gross and disgusting.
He also just doesn't understand that this is a video game and like an abstraction, and that maybe like it being not real doesn't, like, Josh, I know this might be a difficult concept, but something can be true without being factual.
Yeah, I was just about to say, this nigga's fantasizing about an outcome that he will never see, that has never been published and never will be published, regarding a fantasy in a video game.
Yeah,
like he's fantasizing about what happens outside of the game when you turn the fucking the game box off.
Yeah, it's like New Vegas. It's like New Vegas with in Lonesome Road, where he looks at the camera and tells you to turn the fucking game off because none of the politics matter. Like, it's that meta message, but Josh outside the game.
The bear and the bull, yeah.
Yeah, that's what that DLC is about. It's literally the devs looking into the camera and telling you guys to stop fucking fighting over the politics of a fictional setting.
What's also funny too is that Pragmata it kind of hinted at a sequel that that Hugh may still be alive. Spoiler alert! And you just know that this fucker is gonna go chimp out again if they tease Pragmata 2, like in like the next year's like E3 or whatever, or what the equivalent of it, or Capcom Showcase, because this game has gotten really popular, especially.
Well, they're definitely. Yeah, they're definitely going to make a second
one. Sold 1 million copies or so. It's definitely getting a sequel.
2 days, yeah.
One other point is that he seems to not want the, like, he seems like he hates the idea of the good parts of being like a father and having a family, like give the shitty crayon drawings and like the wonderment and joy, as he says, over new things. But he wants the shitty parts, like preparing your kids for a bleak world.
He basically is. What's funny too is that Josh talked about in the past with his Little Drip avatar about how women always prefer the bear and how the bear is better than the man. And the thing about male bears is that they just impregnate the female bear and then fuck off. That's all Josh wants to do. That's why Josh identifies as the bear, is that he just wants to impregnate a woman, pass his genes on, and then go, okay, fuck off, raise my kid, bitch.
Again, I'm just a humble country retard. I always confuse Capcom and Konami, but because of that, I just had a thought. Has Josh ever said anything about Death Stranding 2? Isn't there like child characters in that game?
Yes, there is. It's a father simulator.
Sprite cleaning it up.
Well, not
like a hyper realistic.
I will say this.
He talks about Death Stranding. He talks about Death Stranding later on.
This take from Sprite is more coherent than Josh's, because he's pointing out like a distinct example of a choice the company made. I'm just going to say that.
Yeah, don't worry. Sprite's coming in to sweep it up for Daddy Josh. Sweep it up, Sprite.
I don't know. I
think it up, Janny Spurg.
I think Sprite might be getting a little red pilled on Josh. I'm not going to say anything else.
Okay. Oh, yeah. We've heard that before.
Hey, just,
he's right. I get it. You know, he's writing the Templar thread for you, so you have to.
I just think, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm working all the angles. I'm working all the angles.
I know Autistic Right's starting about the habit with Josh.
Yeah.
Based Autistic Right, my favorite Kiwi Farms janitor.
He's about to chimp out at Josh. I don't blame him.
I'm just trying to.
Autistic Right is this close to joining our side. He is very close. We just gotta keep pushing it. Keep pushing it.
You know, it would be really funny because back during the Chud Buds leak, I was the one who shat on Autistic Right the most in that thread, to the point where because I was pointing out how like there was that post about him. It was a joke. He didn't really get paid, but like him getting paid to sweep it. And I was just like, this is fucked. You're fucked. And he literally, because of my post, he was like, I resign. I don't want to be a mod anymore. And I was like, no, don't resign, man. Because honestly, as bad as this is, you're still like a better mod than most of the people here. And so if it came full circle,
I was like, I do not allow you.
I do not accept your resignation.
If it comes full circle for me getting Autistic Right to resign, to him calling into one of these streams and talking shit about Josh, that would be perfect story arc there.
You could just imagine what kind of shit he's been party to behind the scenes. Like, all of the fucking, like, unseen chimp out, spaz out, spurge outs, fucking
mod chat.
The one thing I want to know from Autistic Right is, was Null Little Drip? Was Null LARPing as a genocidal man-hating rat?
I feel like if he knew that, he would have flipped by now. I feel like Josh has hit that. I'm just trying to see if anyone is pushing back on Josh here.
Are you a Little Drip truther?
There was one person.
I will say this, because of some of the posts from Clyde and Milky Muse with the whole data, I went from funny but totally schizophrenic and not true to like agnostic. Like I'm almost
maybe there's something there. Maybe there's something there.
Yeah, Lisa
Mr. Zero, there's that one post.
Like,
if you scroll up.
Lisa
Yeah,
the
there it is.
Painful.
But the guy with the chicken avatar. If you scroll down a bit more.
Oh,
yeah. Oh man, this video game sure is active. This is green NeoGaf.
It's a green NeoGaf.
Oh, another problem.
Oh, here we
that
go. Chip out.
He talks about her feet. He talks about her feet.
Show the reaction.
What?
He says she's not wearing shoes. Her feet.
He also said that too about Emily in Resident Evil 9. This child has
okay, that's funny about the rooster.
Clearly it's pedo bait. It's like, Josh, children walk around barefoot all the time. No one thinks it's pedophilia but you, because you're a pedophile.
It's always walk around barefoot. What the fuck?
This is a little bit off topic, but either Ranger or Mr. K or one of you guys, can you give me like a quick TLDR, like what's going on with that autistic right guy? From what I know from like scrolling past some of the Clyde tweets, is like it has something to do with politics. I don't know.
Yes, he's becoming very annoyed how basically ride or die Josh and many of the members are with Donald Trump, because I think autistic right is Chinese. And
he is.
Of course,
He's
Chinese. Wait, what the fuck? Is that real?
Yes, he's Chinese, 100%.
And he's very
You guys
pro.
think he's Vincent Jen?
Whoa!
That's actually, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if he's pro C. I don't know. He might be are you sure he's pro CCP?
Taiwanese.
I think he's very pro Chinese nationalism.
Yes, that's what I thought too.
And he hates anything that like it basically like damages like China. Like right now he's really pissed off because here's the thing about the Chinese. The Chinese are just as big as cheapskates as the Jews. They will literally try to scam their way out of paying their fair share in anything. And they're pissed at Trump right now because Trump is taking over all the oil reserves, and they don't like that because Trump is making them pay their fair share. When before, China would get a discount from America's enemies like Iran and Venezuela.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting because from what I understand, he's like a cross-straight guy. So I think he's like Chinese Taiwanese, but like not Taiwanese. He's a Chinese person from Taiwan, but he's one of the Taiwanese who wants like reunification because he does. He's talked about like doing business in Shenzhen and stuff like that before. So I don't think he like lives literally in China, but he is. He's like more sympathetic than a straight up
So he's
like
probably Kuomintang. Kuomintang.
Yeah, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Yeah, but specifically basically. Because that's already moving in that direction. I mean, they just recently like built a museum at the in the hometown of Chiang Kai-shek, because obviously the CCP is trying to subsume and adapt the Kuomintang nationalism within its own like historical ethos. I'm trying to see if there's anything.
There it is. That's the guy going off about the child's feet.
Yeah, we have like 2 pages of feet posts.
I like that. Resident Evil, dude. That's the Resident Evil feet.
That one, I don't know if you scroll past it, if it's up or down, but that one guy just, yes, I understand what feet are. Underneath that Wesker post. He's like, oh, I understand what they are, dude.
Where's Josh's profile page?
Oh, I'll go back to that. Yeah, hold on.
It has the feet post.
What?
Thank you, Mr. K.
Yeah, don't mention it.
Man, Ralph should be eating good off this shit.
Well, he's too busy.
Like him or hate him.
He's too busy doing to the quartering walls. He's too busy doing to the quartering what Kino Casino is too afraid to.
Yeah,
Zero, listen. You know what that whole thing reminds me of? I feel like Ralph is literally going to turn the quartering into the next Boogie. You know, when Frank Castle decided to pay a visit to his house, uninvited.
100%.
I feel like really Ralph is going for the kill by going to Quartering's house.
Yeah, well, and According's a good person for it because he's so stupid that he'll do like the dumbest thing possible. Like, I don't know if he'll straight up do a boogie where he goes out and shoots a gun, but he'll just do something stupid.
I think he will. Kill Ralph, bro.
I think he will. Now.
He can't kill
gonna
Ralph.
kill Ralph.
Shot now,
bro. Quartering
bro.
can't.
Look, no, I don't even want to wish that into reality, but like,
it's not gonna happen.
DogZer0, aren't you a former aficionado, a Wings aficionado?
Yeah.
Wings of Redemption.
Yeah.
This whole thing with Null over the last 24 hours reminds me of something that Wings said a long time ago that a lot of his A-logs like to use against him. I don't know if you know what I'm alluding to, something about being afraid of having a child.
Oh, yes, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
If you know, you know. I'm not gonna repeat it out of respect for a YouTube channel, but you know, those of you in chat, those of you in the call, if you know, you know.
Wings has said some really bad stuff.
He said some sussy stuff.
Yeah, this whole thing that Josh is it's like a very big self-report, and it's very reminiscent of that.
Boogie has a more direct quote from that where he said that he specifically said that he wouldn't want to have kids because of what happened to him. And he
I do remember that.
Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really bad.
Fucked up shit happened to Boogie.
Did it?
Hey, pull up this. Can you pull up this tweet?
I don't know, man. Boogie is I'll say this, man. He knows where he's at, and he just dances for Keem and does all this humiliation. I like.
So here's Josh, right, talking about Pragmata, this time behind the paywall, if anyone's not familiar.
Is that what this is?
Yeah, he's talking about the Pragmata.
Yeah, but why can I see
read behind the paywall?
Why am I behind the paywall? I don't have pay.
Wait a second. This is not the paywall.
No, this is in his own. Oh, no. This is okay. So let me be clear. This is not behind the paywall. What this is this is in his own thread in Prospering Grounds.
Oh fuck!
If you
need
to
the count.
Yes, you need
the
count.
We can see that.
Well,
dude, we're gonna have to go through.
I did. I remember. I sent you. You did a stream where I called in, and I sent you a bunch of screenshots from this thread.
Like 50 posts. I don't even think
he was chimping out in this thread. He's literally doing the quintessential.
We didn't get through all of it.
He was doing the quintessential locale thing. He was chimping out in his own thread. This is back in like February or some shit, and I missed it. Yeah, so you need a account of a certain age to be able to see this thread.
Bring it out of Prospering Grounds already.
He'll never dude, you can go back to the beginning of this thread where he whines about how it's impossible for him to.
Can you read that post?
This one?
Yeah,
the one I have on screen.
Response.
Yeah, I think that might break TOS, that second sentence right there.
People who think Pragmata have anything to do with pedophilia, terminally online retards. Since Null posted her, and yes, he's posted.
Well, you don't have to read that part. Just read Null's response, please.
It's been their corporate strategy since the 90s. Capcom wants to this. They joke about it. They add it to their games. They rub your dumb fuck face in it, and you smile and laugh because they're base Japanese. Who are you talking to? These two posters.
Is there any other examples of Capcom doing that? All I know about Capcom is Sega. I mean, Sonic.
Yeah.
I don't even think that's the right company.
No, it's not. That's Sega. I know Capcom. Marvel vs. Capcom. I don't know.
What is he talking about?
I don't know. There's a pizza place, so you play Marvel vs. Capcom.
Street Fighter.
Can you pull up the tweet that I posted in the chat here? By Gas Trooper Henchman.
Why is this my fucking the wrong default browser?
It's in
I have to ask.
Discord chat.
Does Null get? I have to ask. Does Null get upset and rage over Marvel Rivals because Squirrel Girl and Magic are originally underage in the comics and they have sexy outfits made by a Chinese developer that you can get?
This is great. Basically, yeah.
You know, one of the main rules you do not break when dealing with a thread on Kiwi Farms is you literally posting in your own thread.
Yeah.
Like, you don't break that rule. And Josh just broke that.
This is dumb reaction.
Kessler, I'm probably stating the obvious here. You seem like an intelligent guy, so I might be telling you what you already know, but the whole website is Josh's personal troll shield. That's the reason why the thread will never leave the prospering grounds. That's the reason why, even though he's burned all of his bridges and all of his goodwill, except for people like PPP, the rest of the normie slop tube internet, they sort of like defer to him because he has kind of like that reputation of like, oh, you're gonna get doxxed on Kiwi farms if you make Josh
You're assuming
angry.
though that this will last forever though, just by
no, it won't last forever.
This site
so
is
that's he's talking about the
crumbling.
Death Stranding there, DogZer0.
Yeah.
Josh is fucking shooting himself in the foot every day with posts like this, and all he's doing is making more people realize, you know something, maybe he is just another cow, and he has no room to talk.
Oh yeah.
Like I mean, look, his thread is 245 pages. Listen, here's a big question I want to ask all of you, okay, in this chat. If Josh's thread were non-prospering grounds, how many pages would you bet it would have right now?
At least 800.
Right now.
800 to 1,000. 100%.
Hold on. I found someone who Josh is going to chimp out at. Vera Dark, who is this video game YouTuber, made a post that says, just a reminder, men have raised, mentored, protected, and even died for children who weren't theirs for as long as history has been recorded. That doesn't make them creeps or predators. Oh, you just know Josh is going to go ape shit on that.
We'll see if he brings it up on Mad at the Internet. Because you know he's going to... Like, honestly, here's the crazy part. All this stuff we've read tonight about this particular topic, this is merely the calm before the storm, because he's going to talk about this on Maddie. And he's going to be even stupider and be even angrier.
Oh, yeah.
And
he's probably going to...
I just can't wait. I can't wait. It's
the reason I know that this
dropping.
thread would have at least 800 pages is because if you look back in its history... the last 150 pages, perhaps even more, are just in the last, like, maybe year. Like, the first 20 pages, like, here, let me pull this up. Because if you look at this, so it was made in 2021 by Dynastia. And if you go here... Because I remember looking at this thread, it's one of the first... This is why... Because the problem with this thread is it doesn't have all the Blockland posts, and it's not comprehensive. And so this was my introduction to Josh and why I thought like he wasn't so bad before I started to see how fucking crazy he was on Maddie.
That's same here. I thought he wasn't a bad person.
It was Tommy Tudor.
Yeah, and then, yeah, Tommy Tudor. He's... The whole arc of him trying to be the mod of his own subform. And it was only when I read Yeop's like thread on the other website, I forget, one of the splinters.
Stay with me. Lounge 96. That's how I found out.
Then I was like, oh boy.
The police investigated themselves and found no wrongdoing.
Found nothing wrong, yeah. Oh, look, someone got banned there.
I'm trying to see how much is just the last like year or so. Okay, so yeah, look at this. So 2024 is page 100, which means there's been 150 pages in just the last year and a half. Because there was a long, like, fallow period where no one was in this thread because no one knew it existed.
Well, it's about 2 years.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Oh, speaking of pedophiles, it's useful pedophile.
Oh yeah, this thread is a
lolicon. Every week now, every month we're getting a new user that's exposed as like a chomo.
Yeah, well...
Useful Lollicon's PFP is a 14-year-old girl with BPD. Think about that.
What?
Yep, Azula is, I think, confirmed by like the creators of Avatar: The Last Airbender for having BPD.
Who was that nigga that I did a stream on? That was like a staff member who has like a
mistake.
channel.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, it's useful mistake. It's the same person.
Like all kinds of VTuber shit.
Hold on, look at this post. Does this post sound familiar? Just read this post to yourself. Does the way that, like, the language
used, the way it's structured, shut it down, feminist goys. The anime gooners have found out our secret agenda of. Oh my goodness.
By the way, I noticed this too, but the Little Trip avatar looks suspiciously like the cartoon version of Emily Eucas, who Null has a major crush on.
Interesting.
Whoa.
I see it. I kind of see it.
So yeah, there was like a major chimp out in here back in like February. That's what I was sending all the screenshots for. But let me go back.
That was crazy. That was crazy.
Gentlemen, Ranger, I'm gonna go ahead and call it a night. I'll
take care.
catch the rest of this later.
All right, take it easy, bro.
See you later,
Bye-bye.
man.
Thanks for calling in.
Yeah.
In strange
Actually, I kind of need to bounce too. Can we look at one thing before I do though?
Yeah, and then I'll end it because it's been like 5 hours. So,
Mikey No More, he had two interesting tweets that I replied to earlier. Now I've given my opinion on Mikey. I like Mikey. Obviously, we're opposed because he's a massive casino and Josh simp. But I am bullish long term on his ability to overtake the casino. But he put out a tweet.
Okay, you say that, but he retweeted my promo that calls Kino Casino fake.
Yeah. Sure. He's taking money from Andy Worski. He's sucking their balls. He's sucking Josh. Like, come on, dude. The thing with Mikey is like he always has to signal. It's like a black person thing. Like he has to signal that he's like down with the streets. You know, like, oh, I'm a real sector guy. I watch Deadman and DogZer0. You know what I mean? But then, he pushes all the like mainstream slop bullshit. It's I don't know. It's
you
just
said you replied to
anyway.
him? I'm looking at your replies here.
Just go to. I sent you both tweets. I
okay.
DM'd them to you. Don't pull our DMs up, but.
On Twitter?
Pull it up.
But
you didn't send me anything.
I sent you. No. Yeah, I did. I said Mikey's going off today. This was like.
That. Yeah. I got that.
Yeah. So he posted.
This is what you want to talk about? Okay.
He posted his YouTube recommended feed, which Mikey, buddy, Well, no. There's another one.
I know.
Pull up the other
I'm
one
gonna
first.
I'm gonna get them all. This was kind of tough.
Oh my god! Hold on. Wolf Tone and Joffrey wrote that the reason why Null thinks Ellie is the ultimate fatherhood fantasy is because the story of The Last of Us is just like the Lucky Star fan fiction he wrote, where he has a kid with a woman and then has to raise it on his own.
What?
Yes.
Joffrey wait.
Oh.
I heard about it. It's on the Grok.
Too bad April Fool's has already passed. I should have done an April Fool's video. Media literacy, Josh's fan fiction.
Yeah, I'll post it right now.
I have the archives of his DeviantArt.
Okay, let me do this so I can go. But okay, so my nigga Mikey, SBA, Foundational Black American Mikey, apparently is seeing gay nigga anime in his YouTube feed. It's tough. I don't know that's never happened to me.
Yeah.
I saw my nigga. Right.
I almost responded to this just being like, buddy.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. And so, yeah, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't know what you've been watching, King, but anyway, yeah, you may want to figure it out because. And then, so he was making a base post about the 13%. But he seems to think that black women are the demographic least likely today out of their race in the U.S. Mikey, unfortunately, that's not true.
Yeah,
they're close, but that's buddy. I hate to be that guy to bring it to you, but that's not quite true. And I posted a reply. Now Mikey's a big anti-Nick Fuentes guy, which is fine. But there's a black woman thirsting over Nick Fuentes.
Do you know who Nick Fuentes is?
Yeah, he's an idiot. He has me blocked.
Really?
Yeah, because I told him to debate me and he won't. Look.
Oh, wow. No, I don't agree with the stuff he says, but I just always he always pops up on my For You page.
But
and I don't know.
I agree with him.
He doesn't like you, that's for sure. I'd be weary about supporting that guy. He if there's one thing that man loves, it's the N-word.
Oh man.
I think he's cute though.
Oh.
So what? He thinks you're like subhuman.
Mikey,
oh no, Mikey, bro.
What?
That's so bad. That's so funny. Who replied to
you? Now look at my reply though, because I didn't post the statistics. Mikey didn't respond to this. but I did have to clap back with I was kind of trolling him a little bit, but I did have the actual facts, and unfortunately, Mikey was not able to respond. So, Mike. And so I added him earlier today with another. Guys, if you see a WMBF post, white male, black female, at Mikey no more.
At Mikey.
At Mikey. If you see a black queen getting a little white sugar, at Mikey no more, guys.
That's tough.
About that. Stone tossed me a joke about that too, about black women lusting after white guys, where the black guy goes, "I bet I can get a white woman to fall in love with me," and the guy goes, "Prove it," and the guy says the N-word, and the black woman starts lusting after him.
Isn't that that's a Stone Toss comic? I think.
Yeah.
That might be.
So Mikey, it's tough. It's tough, gang. I get it. I get it, but
speaking of Black Cherry, are we doing the White Claw tier list this weekend?
Probably could. I mean,
all right. Just tell me what all the flavors are, and I'll go buy whatever I got to buy.
Buy every possible flavor that you can find.
Okay. I
will do the same.
I'll do my best. I got 5 fucking people that are rolling up in here the next couple days, and
we're not doing surges. We're not doing surges.
All right, I'll try to stay sober long enough for us to do it, and get through them all.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Yeah, it'll be good.
All right. I'm out of here.
Okay.
Okay.
Everyone say bye. I'm gonna leave the call and play. There you go.
Fuck Josh.
All right. Thanks for calling in, everybody. There'll be another stream tomorrow.
Thanks for having us.
There's always new stuff. There's always we'll see. Well, that was better than I expected. Way better than I expected. All right. I have a feeling, like I said, it's just the calm before the storm for Josh here. Especially on the Pragmata stuff. He's gonna chimp out on Friday. We'll be live Friday. We'll do the Claw stream Friday, Saturday, Sunday, whatever works for Mr. K. We're gonna drink through all the flavors. We're gonna put them on a list. It's gonna be the definitive White Claw list. We still got the Wolf Tone call in. He's gonna share with us the secrets of the universe. He's gonna tell us where it all went wrong, to Freemasons or anything else he wants to talk about. I have a stream planned about Games Workshop. A lot of people complained about Games Workshop recently, saying they went woke or whatever, but as someone who had played 40k in the 2000s, before I quit because it got too expensive, I'll tell you, they've been the locale for a much longer time. There's going to be a schizo stream about Red Mercury. We'll probably play Crusader Kings 3 at some point, maybe while we're sniping Kino Casino, which is tomorrow. Maybe we'll do that tomorrow. Just getting started.